I've been enjoying. Lately, I've been learning the Bible from the Jewish frame of reference.
Oh yeah.
And it's been awesome, man. It's been a game changer in terms of like learning and understanding the word better. And man, it seems so obvious, but it wasn't for some reason. But like Jesus is the King of the Jews, and like all the authors in the Bible are Jewish, except one, like Luke. And so they have like idioms and culture intertwined into their writing. So like other people who are Jewish would understand easy. But say if the book was written like by Samoans from centuries ago, like other Samoans would get it, right? But if you're Asian or whatever, it would be hard to understand. So like learning about the culture has helped, and you know, like the way they used to live in that has helped me and my wife like understand the Bible better. You know what I mean? That's when you got to force them, because motivation comes and goes for all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, we signed up to this, we paid the fees. You can't just quit because you're bored. You got to go finish the year, and if you don't like it, then you can move on.
Yeah.
You know, but you made a commitment. So you're teaching them commitment too. So commitment and hard work. Because I was a quitter too, like early on, and then, you know, because you're a kid, you don't know. It's like, this is hard, I don't want to do it. But then that's the job of the parents to be like, hey, son, like, I know it's hard, and you know, you're maybe not having fun, but we keep going. Turn up for your teammates, your coach, you know, and then they make progress, and then it's, okay, you know, and you have days where you don't feel like it. We all do, but it doesn't mean you just stop.
Alright, welcome to another episode of the Back of the 135 podcast, part of the Mighty West Network. I'm your host, cAMz, and this is episode 239. You can find all our content on our website at www.thewestwest.com. There you will find all the rest of our articles, movie reviews, business tips, and sports opinions, and also links to the rest of our podcasts on the network, including the 135 Footy Show, our NRL podcast, and our movies and TV podcast, Channel 135, and the Late Returns Film Review, all on our website, thewestwest.com. Alright, glad to be back doing the second episode of 2026 of the Back of 135. Last episode I had Gaurav come in. This time I've got also Jan Zabawski, aka the Guru of Gains. He is part of the West Network as well. Go check out his podcast, The ZEALOUS State of Mind, with the Guru of Gains on Spotify. Yeah, man, he's a health and fitness dude. He, on his podcast, the ZEALOUS State of Mind, he's had people in discussing health and fitness, their journeys. It's good, and you get inspired too. You know, if you're backtracking on health and fitness for your own self. If your New Year's resolutions are fading away, it's good to get an episode of ZEALOUS State of Mind and get some inspiration back. But yeah, man, I got Yashin podcast. Had a little bit of a catch up. He's a devout Christian, and we talked about he's going to these Bible studies studying Judaism and the culture of Judaism to help him be a better Christian. It's quite an interesting conversation. I'm not familiar with it, and it's good to connect the Bible to Judaism, to Christianity as well. I had no idea the history of it all, so it was good for Yash to come on and talk about it. We also talked about sports. We talked about the psychology of sports. He works at the intermediate school, so we talked about the kids and growing up and through sport and being resilient and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, interesting catch up I had with those. Cool chat. I hope you guys enjoy it like I did. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, roll the intro. Let's go. documentary I watched. It's called Rats.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? And it's about the rat problem in New York.
Right. I've heard of that a little bit. Yeah.
They've got so many rats. It's like normal. Like they see a rat, it's like, oh yeah, it's like a cat walking across the street, you know?
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. But they got this rat problem that there's millions of rats. There's probably more rats than people in New York.
Yeah.
Because of the subway or the sewer system and that.
I think in certain part of Asia too, they got rats everywhere as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But in the city or?
I'm not sure. I was watching something on like Netflix, like Deadliest Animals or something, you know? Yeah. And then it was like rats, and then I can't remember which part of Asia, but they were everywhere as well. But
was it about how they were wild, or were they about like how it was the disease, carrying diseases and all that?
Nah, just how they were everywhere, and they get into everything, and they can eat stuff and chew through things. And I mean, obviously we don't have that here, but yeah. But yeah, the New York one.
The New York one, it was all about how healthy it is and how they carry disease and all that. And because, like, they had footage of, like, how it's rubbish day.
Yeah.
Just rats, like, crawling in and out.
Oh,
you see them just swarm over all the rubbish that's outside waiting to be collected and that. And they catch some rats and they study how diseased they are. Like, it's real gross day. Like, it's to gross you out. And I was thinking, if you got a city like New York with millions of people there, it's probably more unhygienic than Auckland or here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to fester the rats, right? And the rats over there will be different to the rats here, right?
Right.
Because I think our problem out West Auckland is the rats that live in the creeks and all that.
Yeah. We have a few rats, like, in our area, because in Te Aratu, because of the water there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I've seen a few around, like, we had a dead one in the pool once, and then...
Oh.
And then, because I didn't know, but then some of my colleagues were saying that they look for water in that. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I've seen some in the garage a couple of times, and one must have stuck into the house, and it was freaking my wife out. And then so I got a couple of rat traps, and it took a few days to get it, but it was pretty big. And I got them, just like the normal rat trap, and then peanut butter.
Because you still live in the same place, eh?
Yeah.
Like when I came over to your house.
Yeah.
Because the beach that's out there.
Yeah.
Like there's rats around there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so they come around sometimes.
Yeah, damn.
Like we haven't had a big problem, but every now and again, like if there's food. Oh, because our fujos were growing. Like one day I was hanging in the washing, and then I could just hear like a little and I looked over and there was a rat eating the fujoa that fall from the tree.
Yeah.
So then I always tried to keep the fujoas off, like the floor, just because of just so they have nothing to eat. Yeah. So I was nibbling on the fujoas. Yeah. So they just look for food, basically.
Yeah.
So if you don't give them anything, then they'll go away. Yeah,
but because I imagine our rats are different to New York rats. Like the New York rats I saw in the documentary, like disgusting, right?
Yeah.
Carry diseases. I think our rats are probably more organic and cleaner than those rats. Like they're not around the rubbish dumps and the filthiness of New York City. Yeah. Like, probably the rats that are in town are probably more like carrying more shit than the rats out here. Like what they're doing there in the creeks, they're eating like organic food and stuff like that.
Whatever, fallen fruit and things like that.
Yeah.
They probably do get into some bins or rubbish that falls or whatever, but remember the Demolition Man? Rata?
The movie?
Yeah. And they eat the rat?
Yeah.
I think he's like, what's that? And he's like, rata. And eating the rat.
Well, there was a big problem because where my parents live, there's a creek alongside our street.
Yeah.
That runs the length of the street, and that goes up and then under Triangle Road and then out into the harbour. So that creek runs through, I think goes at the back of Ranui too. Runs through there. So my parents' house is alongside that. Like they live on the street that the creek runs alongside. Like I remember 10 years ago there was a big rat problem.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a kid, like there was none. We didn't see much. But then it probably happened like, I don't know, 15 years ago. It started to be a problem. Then 10 years ago it was a big problem because people were complaining to the council.
All right.
Like get rid of these rats because it's infested, right? But
Oh.
I remember we had a cat, so the cat will just go kill a mouse or something.
Or even just scare them to keep them away. They're like, oh, we won't go to this yard, we'll go next door or something. Eh?
So these youngsters, maybe you should get a cat.
Well, it hasn't been like hard out. This is over years, like maybe 4 encounters, so it's not too bad, you know what I mean? I think if they don't find anything, they keep moving. They keep sniffing around, so just keep the feed drawers off the ground and like, because we've got an orange tree as well.
Yeah.
So I always just pick those up like as soon as they fall. And, been no problems. But there's been a few, not in that area, just when I go for walks, like around the front, there's like rabbits.
Rabbits. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's hair or I don't know the difference, but they're fluffy little bunnies or whatever. And I've seen a few wild cats. They live in the is it mangroves or something? Or I don't know. I don't know where they actually stay, but I didn't know if that was a thing. Like, so I had to like Google it, and it was, there's a wild. I was like, is that like cat that's from someone's house running around in the bushes, or is that a wild cat? You know. So I had to check it out, and it was like, some cats do live wild like that.
So man, I wonder how cats end up to be wild. Like, they must have come from a house, eh? Like a kitten that's just wandered off and never. Just went on his own, eh? Or something like that.
Someone's probably going to correct me after listening to this. We're like, that guy's
eats.
Yeah. But I did see some cats running around in the bushes and that. When I go for walks. And the rabbits and stuff. Yeah. So that's good, David Attenborough.
So Yash, man, thanks for coming on the podcast, man. This is awesome, man. This is how I always want to start off, just random chat, man. And how did you get to the rat thing? What came through your mind to suggest rat?
Nah. Thanks for having me on, and it's good to be back. Like, it's been a long time, and this is probably the most nervous I've been, because I think I'm not as I haven't been doing as much, so I don't have as much stories to tell. But just to catch up with you, and that was what I was like looking forward to, because we haven't caught up for a while as well. So,
No, what better way to do it on a podcast?
But like previous ones, like I've been doing different projects and things, so I feel like I've got a lot more. But hopefully I can still share some value. If not, just have a good catch up.
Well, you're just hinting on your podcast you used to do, the Guru of Gains. And for all of you guys that don't know, like the Guru of Gains, Yashavi was a host, and he had guests on from his gym, firstly, and then family members, and then people in the industry or people that are into health and fitness.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and it was awesome, man. Like, I remember listening to a few, inspired me to lose weight every time, and then go back to normal, and then listen to your podcast then, and then go back to weight loss, and then go back to normal. So for me, it was like a constant reminder of, do better with your body.
It was, man, I sort of forgot about those times because it's been so long. But when I look back, I was like, man, I had some pretty cool guests and got to connect with some like real leaders in the industry, and I was like, man, I forgot about that, and I'm glad that I sort of lost those connections, a little bit. But it shows the power of podcasting and how you can reach out, and they're pretty cool people. They'll come on your podcast and you can pick their brain and connect. And so it was quite a blessing to be able to, talk with nutritionists and was a mental performance coach and strength and conditioning people, like even from America and locally, and dietitians, like real educated people and stuff. So it was cool. It was cool learning a lot of stuff, and I'd like to get it going again sometime in the future. Not in the immediate future, but we're actually talking about it today at church. Actually,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
it's a sign that you're talking about it, and you're coming on here.
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is. So, and then I guess since then, I'm in different circles. So I probably have some different guests that different circles that I can invite on and stuff. Yeah, so
I guess the best, another blessing is, Spotify and internet, they don't take them off if you don't do it for ages, and it's still on the internet. You can just go back and listen to it. Do you actually do that, or is this one of the things where I've done it, I don't want to go back?
I have listened to a few. I'm not against it. I just don't think of it sometimes.
Right.
But if sometimes if I don't know, stumble on it somehow through YouTube or showing a friend, family or friend, like, oh, I used to have this podcast. If I listen back to it, it's quite a crack up, eh? Listening to your voice, and I like it. As I was saying a little bit before, more the early day podcasts, because I think I was a little bit more ruthless with what I was saying and stuff. So I enjoy those ones a little bit more, like for a laugh and that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not against it.
Because it's funny, because I sort of like the one to listen to what it was like back then, like the old ones, like just I think I'm cringe, man. Like I think I'm cringe. Like I understand there's progression and things. Like if you've done something for so long, you get back to when you first started out. It's not gonna be 100%, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Something inside me scared to go back to those times and listen to myself. Eh? But maybe I need to. You know, maybe I need to.
You don't listen back.
Probably the ones with Isaiah.
Yeah.
But not really. I don't listen back to most. Yeah.
I guess I'm moving forward, trying to learn. You know, listen to more current ones. I guess.
Yeah.
To different podcasts, trying to learn and grow, and but you can still learn and grow from like some of the old stuff, eh?
Yeah.
I've run into a few old guests recently, and and I remember bits and pieces, but I'm like, I forgot a bunch too, you know. Yeah,
they're probably forgotten too.
So it's like probably good to go listen back to, you know, your friends and family, like because you learn quite a lot about people, eh?
You do learn quite a lot, and that was probably the best thing out of what I got out of it.
Yeah,
like just learning from people, learning from everyday people, you know, and just getting those gems out, you know. Some of these experiences, like. And you know, some of these experiences are from people that haven't been in the limelight or haven't been behind the TV screen, you know, talking about like celebrities and that, like, and there's a lot of these people that, you know, it's interesting for me to hear the stories and that.
Yeah. Local.
Especially local.
Yeah.
Because that was back on 3-5 was all about, you know, picking up people from our area and having a chat at the back of the bus and stuff like that.
Nah, that was cool because that sort of got me to check out Lucky G's and and a few food spots and you know it's good for cross promotion, eh? For businesses and people like, oh, okay, I didn't know that, and then you go check it out.
Yeah, exactly.
There was another guy who had a food place as well, and I went to check that out, and so now it's good. Good for that, spreading information of like what's out there that you know you wouldn't know just driving around.
Yeah. No, that was a good thing. Do you still listen to podcasts, eh?
Yeah.
Have you found new ones or still the old ones? Because I haven't listened to Joe Rogan in a long time. I think it's sort of changed, but I try to get back into it. Sort of like it's different now, eh? Like his guests, I like the guests he has on that, like scientists and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Or who have written books. Yeah. But there hasn't been much of them. So I haven't been listening. But it's funny because when I started back on 1-5 again, like last week and the week before, like just trying to get back into the listening to the Joe Rogan experience, just to remind myself, you know, my inspiration for doing this sort of thing. Because he was really big inspiration. Yeah. Like his style and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's funny. I wasn't doing that for a year and a half. Then I wasn't listening to Joe Rogan for a year and a half. You know. Right. And then now getting back into it, I'm listening to him again. Yeah. So it's I can see the it's different listening to him now than I did like 2 years ago, sort of thing. Yeah, you can see the similarities in terms of we were saying before that how he's both very curious about people and genuinely interested in people and trying to learn, and ask questions and dig deeper, and that's. It makes sense, and he's the best podcaster out there. But I've listened to a few of his, but a little bit of training ones. I subscribe to Audible.com. Oh yeah. So I listen to one book a month. So because it's hard to read these days, I subscribe to that. So one book a month. So that means I eat up like at least 12 books a year, which has been pretty cool. So. In the morning, I usually listen to like the Bible, like on my phone while I do like breakfast and get the kids' bags and that ready. And then, so I try to like start with God, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then in the car, still listen to the Bible like after I drop the kids off. And then in the afternoon,
as soon as I start to drive back after work to pick them up, I'll listen to the audiobook. And then I try to do like 30, 40 minutes. And if for some reason I'm like in the car or somewhere else, then that's when I listen to a podcast.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the priority of my learning in it.
Oh,
so
yeah,
the Bible, my audiobook. And if I finish the audiobook, like if it's a short one, I'll obviously listen to a podcast until my membership subscription or Audible, comes through. Because some books, like audio ones, are like 15 hours or whatever, so it takes ages. It takes me right to the end of the month, and some are like 5 or 6 hours. So I finished that, and it's only like halfway through the month. So then for the rest of that month, I'll listen to podcasts in it. But it will depend on the mood, obviously. Like if my mind's fresh, I'll listen to something that I want to learn about. And if it's tired, I'll probably listen to something that's a little bit more entertaining, I'll listen to the Empty Out the Clip or something and just have a laugh. If I can't be bothered thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get in, like something light.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's something I want to learn, like it's a little bit more like concentration. So yeah, it depends on the mood.
I was like, man, it was funny because I was trying to avoid Audible for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, okay, if I get Audible, then I'm going to commit myself to listening to a book, which is cool. I don't mind because I was reading books anyway.
Yeah.
But then that was going to take me away from listening to a podcast.
Right.
So I was like, shit, what am I going to do? Podcasts or audiobooks? Maybe I just listen to more podcasts. Because I love listening to, when NBA is on, I listen to NBA podcasts.
Oh, right, yeah.
NFL podcasts, stuff like that. So, and podcasts about movie reviews and that.
Yeah.
So that was my main, and they have different episodes every day. So you can listen to it every day.
Yeah.
Some content in that. So my thing was, am I gonna get away from doing that and just read a book and listen to a book for whole 3 weeks or something?
Yeah.
I gave into it and I started Audible. It was pretty good. I sort of got some books that I haven't read upstairs and I put them in Audible so I can listen to them.
Yeah. Some of them are like, I'll see them at bookstores or whatever when you're at the airport, and I'll be like, oh, I probably won't read that, but I'd like to listen to it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I figured out that I can actually, because this was when I was driving to work, I can listen to a book in the car, be stuck in traffic, be an hour each way.
Yeah.
And because I realized I couldn't listen to a book and work at the same time.
Right.
Because when you listen to a book, you need to really have to concentrate.
Yeah.
When you listen to someone talk on a podcast, you can concentrate, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You don't really need to get in. So I can just have that in my head in the background. So I figured, okay, I can't do Audible. I'll do the podcast at work. Yeah. Listening while I'm doing my work, and then do the Audible at driving.
Yeah.
Because at least I can concentrate. So it worked out at the end. Yeah. So, yeah.
Because I didn't have, because I wasn't reading any books except the Bible, and then I was just listening to podcasts, and I was like, I missed books because I feel like it helped my vocabulary and thought process. I was more creative, and I was like, oh man, I didn't have much time to read. So then that's why I went back to Audible, because podcasts are great, but I feel like you don't get the full idea or deep thing of it, like that you get from a book, because a book is complete. Whereas someone on a podcast, they will talk parts of their, whatever they're expert in, but not the whole thing.
And plus the book has been edited.
Yeah.
It's like, it's been through the
ringer
of
cutting things.
Of cutting things, that's right, and fact checking and all that kind of stuff. So it's more solid in terms of we give information.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why I chose to get back to audiobooks, because I wanted to learn something like solid. Yeah.
But you're right at the same time. It's the how do you consume that information? Because I'm like you, man. Like the reason why I like reading, because like you, like the vocabulary and the words, there's something about actually seeing the words in the sentence that make you learn more. About that word. And then, okay. If you listen to it, it just flicks by you. And you miss that out. You miss that part, that detail of the vocabulary part. The book gives you at the same time. Like when I was in intermediate, I used to read a lot of Stephen King. And reading those novels, like I didn't know that I'm actually learning how to talk, because the vocabulary of describing what it is. Because I used to read, because when I read Stephen King, I was reading Pet Sematary, have you seen that? It's a movie.
No.
So he wrote a book called Pet Sematary. It's a movie. And I read the book and then I watched the movie. And it was amazing. That was the first time I actually... Because I had the image in my head already by reading the book. Because of the descriptions and all that. But when I watch the movie, it's the director's view of that same image from the book.
Right.
So it's like, oh yeah, that's how he got it. So it's like a different... It's not exact, but it's the scene. But you got your own scene when you read the book. So to me, that was pretty cool, and how you can describe a scene now.
Yeah.
By the sentences in the book that I remembered reading about. So I think there's power to that.
There is. I think they were saying there's the science behind, when you read from the words of a page, it fires something in your brain or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's, more than anything else sort of thing. I feel like, I don't know the proper terms, but I feel like that's for me. And as I'm getting older, my brain's getting foggier, so it's good. I need to fire some circuits, Too many head knocks now. No, but I feel like I need it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't try to learn or challenge the brain, it gets sort of like lazy,
Yeah.
So reading sort of like reboots some of that.
That's good, man.
'Cause you get into such a routine being like as a parent or as an adult.
Oh, okay.
It's just all responsibilities and stuff, and so like books and that can help you like get outside that scope of being responsible. Pick up, drop off, dinner, train. Like it's sort of the same thing, but the book can take you outside that, eh?
Yeah.
Or podcast can take you outside that, where your brain is excited and hearing different words, and especially if your friends and all them are like not into it and they just like they don't use, it's just sort of normal language.
Yeah.
It's not really taking you, in terms of growing and learning. Yeah, so
this is one thing I love about you, man. Also about when I first met you, like when we got to know each other, like just your hunger for knowledge.
Yeah.
Like you're just like me, man. Like you want to learn stuff, and anything about the world or society or people, why things happen this way, why do people think this way.
Yeah.
Especially for me, man, I'm really fascinated about society.
Yeah.
And the history of why things come together, why things are the way they are.
Yeah.
I think that curiosity, like sometimes I wish I had it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I was just mucking around at school. Like for example, like science back in intermediate. That's my worst subject.
Yeah.
Hated it. But right now, I love it. Like I love to learn why things work.
Science is interesting.
That's interesting as man. And I wish I had my curiosity now back when I was at school.
Yeah.
But other priorities, I think, or maybe it's the way the teachers teach the science. They make it fun.
Yeah, man. The teacher, shout out to Miss Kololo. I was in their class. That's mean, Like you're right. The delivery, like her class of science is mean. Like
what does she do?
Science. She teaches science, but
how does she do it?
Just makes it more interesting. Like little things. So when you rock up, because everyone comes in dribs and drabs. You have to do a word find, and there's a competition. But it's all on the words that you're going to do for that day. And it's all like structured from the start to the end.
Yeah.
And then so I never had that type of thing growing up here doing science, and it was sort of a little bit boring, But it sort of flows into the class, like it's all planned out. And I guess, when you're a teacher, you have like iterations, like you try stuff, it doesn't work, so you tweak it. So I think she's like refined it to where it flows nicely. You know what I mean? Like everything's planned out and everything, like step by step. Yeah. So I can see what you mean with the science. Like I really enjoyed that class, but previous ones, no, not so much. Yeah. The delivery. But I enjoy learning. I'm trying to be like get that learning, but then also take action.
Oh yeah.
Learn, like keep taking in, but then like I gotta use it, like use some of it as well. Instead of just taking in, and then you know what I mean.
I actually find it interesting with doing Empty Out the Clip, the podcast we do.
Yeah.
Like with the opinions in that, like the books that I read about society, the history of it, and stuff like what happens, like stuff society. When I'm talking about society, books about how the rich are rich and how the poor are poor. and that kind of stuff as well. That's just the one part of it, but just these will help my opinions on the empty out the clip.
Right.
Just knowing that it's been studied, knowing why things happen, sort of thing. Yeah, I haven't been reading much or listening to audiobooks much about that subject, but I think 2 years ago I was going hard, trying to get as many as I can.
Sure. Did you do like Sapiens in that?
I did Sapiens, and that was like the main sort of
Catalyst for it?
Like in terms of, I know it goes against like
The
Christianity and that, but it talks about man comes from apes and all that kind of stuff, but the evolution of man and that. But so some of the things I got out of it was just the fact that he wrote that book like he's an alien looking outside, looking at Earth and just seeing what these humans are doing from day one.
Right. Yeah.
And looking at their perspective, like why are they having a war deal? Why is this happening? Sort of thing. So that was an eye opener. But also it was a good history on like why wars start, and sort of like because human history is all about survival of the fittest. And if you've got all the technology, if you've got all the knowledge, if you got a way to dominate another person or dominate another people, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Because human nature is to be on top all the time, every single time, until the time comes where there's too many people to control, and you can't really do that. You can't be a dictator of the whole Earth because it's not gonna work out, because there's so many people, so many leaders, so many cultures in there.
Yeah.
So all you can do is team up with everyone and be equal. Like you're a leader of this place, you're a leader of this place, you're a leader of this place, and that. So it's kind of like me learning about just how the way the world works.
Yeah. So it'll help with your delivery, with like talking about certain subjects and.
Well, that's just the base of it, and then you can branch off into specific parts of society, like economics.
More of an expert in like. Because you got like this background of it started from
that's right.
If you look back in history
and you can branch off to things like economics and that.
Yeah.
Economics really interests me. Economics is a topic because I like how things happen, and it's because if A happens, the consequence is B. Yeah. And then if you change B, the consequence is C, and A will change. Yeah. So I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I tried to get into Sapiens. I couldn't get into it. I think maybe being a Christian, but I still try to learn like where like other people come from.
Because the guy's an atheist.
Yeah.
The author.
Yeah. So just if I talk to an atheist, then I know how to talk to them, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I still try to have some sort of knowledge on what like other views. Even though I don't believe it, but just to see where they're coming from, have a better understanding.
Have you heard the argument of why the atheist still has a belief, same as people that have religion? Yeah,
because you still have to have faith.
Yeah, you still have to believe in something.
To believe in the Big Bang. That something came out of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of, similar sort of thing. Yeah, I've heard that. That's pretty common thing, like amongst those. They have these conversations.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying. Lately, I've been learning the Bible from the Jewish frame of reference.
Oh yeah.
And it's been awesome, man. It's been a game changer in terms of like learning and understanding the word better. And man, it seems so obvious, but it wasn't for some reason. But like Jesus is the King of the Jews, and like all the authors in the Bible are Jewish. Except one, like Luke. And so they have like idioms and culture intertwined into their writing. So like other people who are Jewish would understand easy. But say if the book was written like by Samoans from centuries ago, like other Samoans would get it, right? But if you're Asian or whatever, it would be hard to understand. So like learning about the culture has helped, and like the way they used to live in that has helped me and my wife like understand the Bible better. You know what I mean? So some things I thought meant one thing meant something else. just because they talk a certain way and did things a certain way. So it's been awesome. So there's just in terms of like history, and then I've been like watching like National Geographic, because we do a lot of like the map of like where Israel is, and then like where the other countries are around, like Egypt and stuff. And so it's like when we read it, we're like, oh, so this is where this happened and all that. But when I was a kid reading it, it's just a bunch of names. But now we're trying to put like, oh, so this is modern day Israel, and like Babylon. I was like, what's Babylon? And it's like Iraq and Iran and that, you know, like,
yeah.
So Assyria, and some of the names have changed and some are the same. And so obviously still got like a lot to learn, but like what I've learned so far, it's been like awesome, you know.
Because the Bible's around that area, those areas, huh?
Yeah, that's where, the original, where it started, you know.
So what did you learn about the Jews and Christianity? What was the separation there?
Jews and Christianity?
Yeah, like Judaism and Christianity. Do you learn about how they split?
Judaism?
How you know. Yeah, Jesus is King of Jews, and then it's their religion. It's the Jewish religion.
Yeah.
But how does that coincide with Christianity?
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
How does that split?
Yeah. So it was for the Jews. So another thing for the listener, like I didn't even know, because people didn't teach you, but like Hebrew, Jew, Israelite, it's all the same. But when you read it, I didn't realize. It's 'cause all these words, like just understanding that was like helped me. Like it's like, you know, Islander, Pacific Islander, like,
Oh yeah,
you know, coconut or whatever, you know, like it's just different names, but it's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's a Hebrew, Jew, you know, Israelite, you know, that type of thing.
yeah.
It's the same. But yeah, so Moses, there's the Mosaic law, you know, the 10 Commandments, and then there was 613 laws. So that's how they used to live by. So that's the Old Testament, the Mosaic law. So they used to live by that. But then when Jesus came, he opened it up to the Gentiles, which is us. So then it became
Non-Jews, like anyone.
Yeah. So then it became free for all, for like if you believed. Yeah. So that's.
So Christianity comes out of that, then.
Yeah. I think if I'm answering your question right, yeah. Like Jesus opened it up to everybody. When he came. It's sort of like there's a scripture on like the vine. So the olive vine is Israel, but then like we get grafted in, or they were back then. So you cut a part off, and then you can like graft a branch in. So then we're part of the body, sort of thing. But this is like back then. But now we just have to believe and have faith, you know.
Oh, okay.
It was like a different thing back in the New Testament, you know, old and then into the New.
So the Jews continued on with their Old Testament sort of styles.
Yeah. So some of them still probably do. So we went and did a Shabbat, like, which is the Sabbath. So we did like a Passover, because you know when Moses, you know, let my people go, and then they had the what's it called, the Passover meal. So it's like, if you believe, you know, you do it, slaughter a lamb, share it amongst your family, and then you put the blood on the doorframe of your house, and then when the Holy Spirit goes through, if you have the blood, then he won't kill you, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the Passover, that's when it was started. But the Jews still do it to this day.
Oh, okay.
So we did a mock one, and we tried to go off the scriptures on how they did it. There's actually like a lot of process to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on what they do. And
so I know about the only thing I know about the Jewish religion is what they do. The when the boy becomes a man.
Yeah.
The Bar Mitzvah, I think that was called.
Oh yeah, the Bar Mitzvah. Yeah.
But they have Passover celebration.
Yeah. There's like, I think there's seven things that they do. So yeah, sorry for the Bible scholar. I'm still learning. So I'm still learning, but yeah, there's 7 things that they would do. But the Passover is sort of like the main one.
Oh,
that
yeah.
they would remember that God got them out of Egypt.
Yeah.
You know, set them free from being slaves and that. So they would do that every year, and then we did it, and it was like all these steps that we try to follow from the Bible that they did. it's more like you don't have to do it,
Mm.
but it just helped us get a better understanding of their way of life and what they did, and some of them still practice that. And I didn't even know, like, so it was the Sabbath, rest on the seventh day.
Mm.
That's like the Saturday, the Sabbath.
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So it will be, so they start their Saturday from Friday night
Right.
till Saturday when the sun goes down,
Mm.
you know? So,
Oh, okay.
So that's what they call their Shabbat, and that's when they would do like their rest. So then Sunday is when Jesus rose from the dead, the first day of the week. So it's just, so then like it made me think like some of the seventh day was sort of like right in a way.
Right. Because Seventh Day Adventists, they rest on Saturday.
Yeah.
So they probably have the same
Yeah.
thinking too. I wonder.
And then, yeah, so there's heaps. So sorry, my thoughts are all over the place, but I'm
No,
just
no.
excited about the learning. I've got to plug all these gaps, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I know you're a strong Christian. Like, how did you getting into this to help with your belief, like being a Christian? Like, because what I'm thinking is technically another religion you're looking at to help your own
It's not a religion; it's just a culture.
culture. Oh,
So the
okay.
understanding of so growing up. So this might help. Like I grew up as a Catholic, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's the Roman Catholic. So there's a bias, and the way it's written, the way it's taught, and all that. And then I became a normal Christian. But the people who were Christian, which is good stuff, I'm not bagging it, but most of them studied in America.
Mm.
So there's influence from the American, or New Zealand. Some of them study in New Zealand. So there's this influence of New Zealand culture and American culture and stuff like that,
Mm.
But I mean, it's still teaching the word. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But the people would choose, you know what I mean?
Right.
So if you read it from a Samoan thing, like other Samoans would be easier.
Mm. Oh, okay.
So it's not a new religion. It's just a way of helping to understand the Bible better because of the way they did things.
Mm.
Their lifestyle and the customs. And so if someone saw like a Matai process or something, someone would ask, would be like, what's going on here?
Mm.
What are they saying? What are they doing that? But if you're Samoan, it would be sort of make sense.
Right. Right.
You
Yeah.
understand all the steps if you grew up that way.
Mm.
And it's like, oh, this is happening because of this and that. And so it's the same thing. So it's not a new religion. It's just a way of understanding it better.
I never thought of it like that.
You
That's cool. Like, how'd you get into this? Like, what is this?
So yeah, there's so our the rabbi just means teacher. So they think it's like a holy thing, like it's just teacher. I guess it's like pastor in English. So rabbi. So the guy who teaches us, AJ. Shout out to AJ Johnson. So he has a mentor.
Right.
He had a mentor. He had a couple of people teach him. I think it was McAnally, but they learned from a guy called Arnold Fruchtenbaum. He studied the Bible, and then he found that the Jewish thing was missing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
In the studies, like
Mm.
he's like, oh, what are these customs and stuff but people just brush over it. But it doesn't really help you. Like you don't need it to be saved. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But it just helps you understand
Yeah.
the whole Bible better.
Yeah.
So you don't need it to be saved. You just need to
Mm.
believe. So Arnold taught McAnally and then AJ, and then we had Bible studies, but it was more like we sort of met together. It was through someone else, and then we sort of became friends through there. And then he was like, "Oh, I've got a study going on," and then we went to that,
Mm.
and then it was pretty much mind blowing. Like just, I think my wife got into it first. I think because I was busy, and then I came along more because she would come home really excited. We're like,
Right.
"Oh, I saw this today in the study, and it meant this," and and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I became curious, and then I started going along, and then got right into it. So like last year, I only missed one because
Wow.
so we studied every Tuesday last year.
Mm.
So I only missed one because my nephew had his Samoan Awhiawhia night on. I couldn't miss that. But other than that, like I would always just go, like I would find a way to get there.
Yeah.
Or I'd be a little bit late, like because I had to do something.
Yeah.
But no, I just loved the day, just the learning and the fellowship. So yeah, man, it's cool. So we did the Book of Romans last year. It took us like a whole year.
Oh wow.
And we did like the year before that we did like Moses and You know, the Mosaic law.
Mm.
So that's like the Old Testament, and Jesus brought the new law, basically. So that's Old Testament, and then Jesus brought the new. So yeah, we did that. That was, I think, Moses. We're at the moment this year, if anyone's listening interested, we're doing the life of the Messiah. So, you know, there's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Mm.
So, like, we put the scriptures, not me, but the teacher, the rabbi, he's putting the scriptures together from, like, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Because they sort of say the same thing, but from different angles.
Right.
In certain stories and parables, and, you know. And so it's sort of getting a better picture of, and it's like verse by verse.
Mm.
And then for certain words, or certain things, if we'll look at what because there's three main languages that they used. The first translations was like Hebrew, Aramaic, and then Greek. And so some words, like, you know, they mean a couple of things, you know.
Mm.
So like with love, there's like three different meanings to it, you know, like love, I'll die for you, like love is your friend, and that, you know, like,
Yeah.
So we'll look into the Hebrew or Greek or whatever with certain things to help get a better understanding of what someone's saying, what the author's writing.
So
You
for
know?
that whole year studying, you saw everything is similarities between Christianity and what you've been learning. Like there's so many similarities that it's not funny. But in a different way, because I can understand, like, because I never thought about it, but the Old Testament, New Testament, Old Testament is there before Jesus was born and died on the cross. So there's a culture around that, and the culture is the Jews. They're living those beliefs.
Yeah.
And that's Old Testament, so it's way before, right? And then when Jesus comes around, he starts teaching. So any new people that come in are learning from then on.
Yeah. It's the New Testament.
And they haven't lived the culture that the Jews have been living from the Old Testament.
Yeah.
That's the culture that just carries on in their line.
Well, that's part of why they hated him, because they created a culture.
Right.
So there's the Pharisees and the Sadducees.
Right.
And so Jesus hated them as well.
Shucks.
But they hated him because he's like, you're not following our culture, our rules.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So you'll see that he battles them obviously a lot, and then they end up killing him. Or well, not them, but they persuade everyone to kill Jesus on the cross.
That's so cool, because that's the understanding of why that happened.
Yeah, because the culture.
Yeah.
They try to live. So there's another word I learned is like legalism. So it's like if I tell you something and from the Bible and then you don't do it, then some people will say that's a sin.
Mm.
But it's like, yeah, you can't put that type of thing on people. You know what I mean? It's more like,
You can't put that pressure on them.
well, it's the Bible. Like follow the Bible. Like
Yeah.
you don't put your own added things on it.
Yeah.
You know, where I probably didn't explain it the best way, but there's a lot of legalism. Like that's what the Pharisees and the Sadducees were like. You can't work on the Sabbath, but Jesus healed people or like help people, and they're like, that's work. You can't do that. You know.
Yeah.
But like, he's like, are you gonna let the sheep die or are you gonna save it?
Yeah.
Like usual common sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff like that. So that's like legalism. It's like follow the law, the old law, no matter what. Even if it doesn't make sense, you know? So that's like an example of like, or if you don't do this, you're not saved. But how can you say if I'm saved or not? It's between me and God,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, you live this way, Yash. It was like, yeah, but you don't know my heart.
Yeah.
You don't know, only God knows, you know what I mean? Like you sin. It's like, yeah, we all sin. You know, or you do this, you live this way. It's like, yeah, but you don't know everything, like, you know, about my life. Only God does. So I think that's what I've learned as well, like through the Sadducees and the Pharisees and the leaders of the law. They were very persecuting of the people. And then there's the scripture was like, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So he was saying like, Jesus, follow my way. My yoke is easy, like what to carry, and my burden is light. But you know, the Pharisees and what they put on people was too heavy.
Right.
To carry. No one can be perfect because there's 613 laws to follow, but then they added all these other ones on top. So it's like, so if you don't do this, break this law, then you won't break the Mosaic law, it's sort of like things in front of something, so you don't break the original laws. So, so it was too much for the people, and God didn't even tell them to do it. They just made it up. And they're very self-righteous, and Jesus calls them whitewashed tombs, like good.
Whitewashed tombs.
Tombs, good on the outside, but on the inside you're rotting, you're full of maggots, and they spoke well, and they look good, but they weren't good on the inside, and they wanted they wanted a leader to come who was going to be more military, the savior.
Oh,
so
okay.
I think some are still waiting for that to overcome the Romans, because the Romans took over later on. But Jesus was like, he died. He died for everyone. And he wasn't a ruler like that. And he washed the disciples' feet.
So the Jews were disappointed.
At
what they got.
He wasn't like this big handsome guy, and you know what I mean? He wasn't someone to be desired. So they were disappointed.
But then in Bible terms, that would be their test. Hey, what do you value? Because God's not interested in
the outward appearance. He looks at the heart.
God's not interested in that.
And even John, like the apostle, he was out in the wilderness, and he was eating locusts, and he looked like a wild man, sort of thing. So a lot of what they desired was in what Jesus, because a lot of even now we look at the outward, but Jesus doesn't really care, It's more the heart. It's more the heart.
And that's the fundamental of that story, and how as humans should treat other people or look at other people, not judge, but see what's deep down inside. It's I love that sort of things about the Bible. Those, you don't take it literally, some of these stories, but you take what the moral of it is about, because it will help you live your life. Because it's all relevant if you look deep down into what they're trying to tell you. It's trying to say about human nature and the right things to do. Because when I think about it, like the people that wrote the Bible, like all those years ago, like through the years, like they've actually, through God, like they've actually know what the answers are to how to live a good life, or how to treat other people, or how to, just to be a good person, or any problems that you have is all recorded in the Bible. The answers to everything you go through in life is in the Bible, because it's already been lived like that. It's lived. They've lived it.
I mean, you would appreciate it, like I appreciate it, because you're a writer and you're a reader, same as me. So like some of the stories are crazy, but to me, I believe them as literal. Some people don't, but like mankind now can't write the way the Bible's written.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some of the stories that are made up, like that are written, crazy. With the lady who had, she had her son was killed, and then, but the other lady, there was two of them, and then they take the baby. So one was killed and one was still alive from the ladies. And they go to King Solomon, and they're like, "Oh, this is my son." And then Solomon, they took for a while. I'm sort of just telling it short, but he's like, give me a sword. I'll cut the baby in half and give half.
Yeah.
And then the lady whose son, like baby it wasn't, was like, yeah, do that.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes, oh, okay, so that's not the mum, because the mum wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Give it to that lady.
Yeah.
Because the other lady was like, no, don't do that. Let the baby live. Give it to her. And so there's like a lot of wisdom in there. And like people don't write that good.
Right. Yeah.
And even like some of the bad stories that happen in there, like people are not like on that level. Like there's so many levels that in the Bible, like that no one could come close to. Like if you're writing, even if they tried, you know what I mean? Like the best writers in history.
Yeah.
If you read it, like, and study it, it's like, wow, that's crazy, like, some of the stuff in there, it's out the gate, some of it too.
Do you still listen to Jordan Peterson?
I listened to his is it 12 Rules for Life or whatever, I think.
That was his first book, but
I listened to that one.
And
I
then
enjoyed that.
He did a sequel.
Yeah.
But his third book is about religion. Or his fourth book.
Oh, is it How Something Jesus or something like that? I think I saw it. So I've only listened to the 12 Rules.
Yeah. So,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
It's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of those rules come from the Bible too.
Yeah.
So, but he's got a dedicated book about stories from the Bible that will help you
Right.
in life. And he takes the stories. He doesn't take it literally, but he takes what I was talking about, the essence of what the story is about and how that will help you.
Yeah. I got what you're saying.
And he talks about like the Adam and Eve story. Did you hear about that? Did you hear his
I
take on
listened
it?
to a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Good.
How he like said when Eve ate the apple, and then all of a sudden they were ashamed because they were naked, right? That's because they had some evil in them, like showed them a little bit of evil. Like when the snake came, there's an evil snake, had the apple, showed a little bit of the evil, and then they were ashamed to have no clothes on. That's because like before that they were safe in the Garden of Eden because there's no shame, they were safe.
They were innocent.
Until, but then you can't be. The Garden of Eden is you can't be, as you grow up, you can't be in this bubble of innocence for long. Evil is always going to come in some part.
Is that what he was saying? Is it
some part of it? And he compared that to how kids run around with no clothes on. Then they're not ashamed.
Yeah.
Until they're ashamed, then they have to put clothes on. So there's a point where they've eaten the apple.
When you know right and wrong.
When you know right and wrong. Yeah, that sort of thing. And when I heard that, I was going, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I used to read a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? And now I still listen to books and stuff, but like it's hard. It's hard because the Bible, some of it's pretty tough going.
Yeah. Especially Old Testament, eh?
Yeah.
It's tough, eh?
But like I get way more wisdom like the last few years out of the Bible than reading books because God's the creator of man. You know what I mean? And the creator knows more than so. But it's taken me a while to get to that point. Do you know what I mean? Of building. It's hard work, but it's now like I get more. Because I used to listen to like testimonies and like books that had lessons from the Bible, but I just get more from the Bible now. That's why I always start the day and end the day of the Bible because it's like I'm talking to God or listening to God, directly, and I got to put the effort in like any relationship, like if it's with my wife or friend or whatever. I've got to dedicate the time, and sometimes you're like, I don't want to, can't be bothered.
Yeah.
But when you do, it's always worth it.
Yes.
So I get deeper when I go straight to the word as opposed to like I've read a few Christian books, like authors, which have been good. But I just get more out of the Bible, if that makes sense. Like they will have scriptures and stuff and say, I learned this from it and that. But yeah, if you do like study the word, it will be even more, It'll be more...
It's like direct from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. It's not like you get like they're not bad.
Yeah.
You get the watered down versions.
Yeah.
Because man is nowhere near as smart as God, So yeah, it's only been the last maybe 2 years or something, 3 years, but it is hard sometimes because some of those books are more entertaining. And like reading the Bible is like it's hard. Sometimes it's hard, but I always find it's more worth it. Like reading and studying it. Yeah.
It's kind of cool that you're taking your learnings to a different level.
Yeah.
By going to studying the Jewish culture to help you grow more as a Christian. Because to me that's like I remember the story about Kobe Bryant. He was talking about how he took up this was when he was playing. He took up in the off season tap dancing.
Oh yeah, for his ankles, eh?
Just to get more like movement in for his footwork.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what do you want to take tap dancing for? Like, do you want to be a dancer? Like, no, I just want to, get the skills of tap dancing, like, just help me with my footwork.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what you're doing, like, to help you with...
Yeah.
Like, to
piece it together, eh?
Go somewhere else, but they have the same sort of connection.
Yeah.
Back to what you're really learning.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, even before we got into this was history. Like, even learning about history helps because that's a big part of it. So like lately I've been watching National Geographic, but like Israel Today.
Oh yeah.
And it's got like people trying to see if like what's it called, Sodom and Gomorrah, like where it could have been because there's names and stuff. And then when Moses took them through, the water, where the waters could have parted. And so it's pretty cool seeing. It's good with technology. That's one of the good things of technology. Like they try to they speculate. Like this could have been here and there. And so I've been watching a lot of that. Yeah, like exactly what you're saying, just to get a better understanding.
Yeah.
Yes. But the guy who's taught us, he's been to Israel, and so he had his mentor took a group of people, and like they will like look for the scriptures and like, oh, this is where this happened, and this is where this, that type of thing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I've been doing lately, is going on National Geographic or Israel, like history and things like that.
Yeah.
And just trying to like, oh, okay, that's where, and this could have happened or that. And piecing
Probably
it together.
Good timing too with the Iran war and what's going on over there.
Yeah.
like what's your thoughts on that? Like Palestine, Israel, Iran, America?
I don't know too much, to be honest, like other than what I hear from people, but because I don't listen to the news too much. I know my wife listens, so she'll be more educated on that. So I don't know if I'd have too much of a...
It's polarizing, eh? Like, I don't really get into it.
Yeah, I don't get into it, so I don't really know, you know what I mean? I don't want to comment on it.
I see all the protests happening, especially in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Like, because I work in town, and because I catch public transport, go down to Bredemark, catch the train. There's protests everywhere.
Yeah.
Palestinians protesting.
Yeah.
There's Jews down there with their flag protesting too. Or they're probably not Jews, probably New Zealanders doing the flag. Just like on the other side. But it's real polarizing, eh? And I understand like Palestinians and Jews been fighting for centuries, over the land. Like, but that's all goes back to the Bible, eh? Like who had the land in the Bible days.
Yeah.
Jews got kicked out, never came back until World War II, sort of thing. It's really...
Yeah. I've been trying to like, to be honest, because I haven't been too interested in it, but I've been trying to learn. So then if I do talk to someone, I do have a better answer. So that's a part of me being...
Well, that's the thing. You don't...
I'm trying to learn.
But that's the thing. You won't have a good answer. Because, like I said...
They hate you, man, no matter what.
It's polarizing.
They just hate you, eh?
Like, these supporters, no matter what side you're on, they won't take it if you're on the other side.
Yeah. No matter what you say.
No matter what you say.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah, I've got some like Christian friends, like they're at the university and they said they're pretty ruthless out there. Like if you follow Christ, like they try to get you. Yeah, it's pretty like full on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. I haven't been in those circles, but
even others were getting some shit with the whole war thing, because how I know Destiny's Church, how they always protesting. Yeah. And that kind of stuff, and how others were getting criticized because they were supporting Israel when the whole world doesn't really. A lot of the world don't really support Israel because what they're doing, and on the Palestinian side. But most islanders are on Israel's side because they see the Bible and they see Israel and Jews and Jesus, King of the Jews, and they just go on that without knowing the politics of it all. That kind of stuff. That's what I think. Which is it can be funny because someone's getting shit for it, but I don't really get into it. But it's quite. You can see how polarizing it is. The politics of it all. Like, you don't want to really choose a side because you don't want to be eaten up by anyone downtown. It's like fuck.
I'm feeling like conflicted there. Like I should know better. Got a platform to give a good answer, but I don't know like how to that stuff. But I know a little bit. Like with the Palestinians is like the Philistines. Like David and Goliath. So Goliath was a Philistine. So then, from my research, I haven't done too deep, but that's how they got the name. Philistines, Palestine. It was sort of like a mocking thing. So it's not really like a real thing that was around from the beginning. Do you know what I mean? But no, I'd have to dig into it more. But
or not.
No, it'd be good just so I can have a better answer. Like if I do have a conversation type of thing. Yeah. So that's a big part of what I'm trying to do now is trying to learn more. So if I do talk to people from different, I guess, religions or Palestinians or whatever, I have a better, because the Bible teaches us to contend for the faith as well. It's not like argue, but you need to be able to have an answer or reason for why we believe what we believe and who we follow. Why do we follow? So doing it in love and trying to do it the right way, not like bashing people, but still standing up for the faith. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I've got to do as a Christian, is get better at having an answer for anybody. Because I know what I believe, but I don't know what they believe, because it's you have to spend time to. So if I talk to a Muslim or other different, I know how to talk about my faith and articulate myself in terms of why I believe and follow Christ. You know what I mean? The reasons, and then that's a part of me being a follower that I need to work on and grow on. But I'm getting there. I'm working on it.
That belief there, like how to act or how to react to those situations.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That could end that war. But then you think about it. It's not about religion at the end of the day. Hey,
I don't think it will ever end. There's always been war.
Yeah.
There's always going to be war, like to the end.
Yeah. To me, it's about land. It's about the sovereignty of both sides. World War II mucked it all up. Like, you know that history? How Israel got the Jews back after World War II?
No.
Because the Ottoman Empire is gone after World War II, and the Allies won. So England, America, and they had to divide that up. And there was this whole movement about the Jews going back to Israel. It's been there for a long time. Started in America.
Because they got their independence back,
Yeah, or something like that.
48 or something.
Plus that Zion, going back to Zion. It was a movement in America, started from Jews there, like dreaming that we got to get our country back.
Yeah.
And then they were all like politicians and the wealthy who were Jewish in America started this whole movement thing. So when World War II ended, that's when they got their country back, sort of thing. So, and it was just a mess because the Allies said, okay, this is Israel, this part is it's the bank, sort of.
Oh, yeah.
The West Bank.
Yeah, the West Bank. Yeah.
And then the other part where the Palestinians are. And then just slowly took over, got more land. So human nature, you give a little, you take sort of thing, and it doesn't end up well for anybody,
Yeah.
So
I don't think it will ever end. Like they've been fighting from. When I say they, I mean just mankind.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, like from the Bible days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fighting for territory, power, or vengeance, or whatever, it's always going to be there, right?
Yeah, it's always going to be there.
We have that, power, or whatever it is, people,
Eric, me and Eric.
Yeah.
We had this thing. We go to the movies every Friday, so we can do a podcast and review it.
Yeah.
On Channel 135. So we went to watch Disclosure Day a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's about aliens. What if aliens were real? Right? What if Area 51 was real? The government was keeping the secret, hiding the aliens.
Yeah.
And these people got the truth and released it to the world, right? So the argument was in the movie that the reason why the government wants to hold the secret to aliens because it'll cause the chaos around the world. Whether it's religion, the religion part of it was interesting because the Catholics in the movie, thought that if this comes out and is real, people are not going to believe in God anymore because there's other things around in the universe, right? So, but it's interesting because when there's a scene where the girl asks a question to her nun, like, if the truth comes out, there are aliens. People are not going to believe in Christianity anymore, in God anymore. So I'm not going to believe in God because there's aliens.
Yeah.
And then the nun said to her, well, God created Earth and the universe. So God created those aliens anyway. So that's the answer. So when you're talking about like having the answer to things, That
Right.
question, I just full of that straight away. That scene in that movie. Like, of course.
So she had a good answer to
She had a good answer to
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because God created those aliens too. So
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes I see like stuff on like Instagram and that
Yeah.
when I'm scrolling, and then like there'll be a question from someone, and man, some of these guys are real onto it. Like they'll give a mad answer.
yeah.
Like, what? So why did this happen? And then they'll be like really calmly, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get to that level. And they give like a real smart answer from like being a believer. And I'm like, wow, that's onto it. Yeah. So that's the goal. Yeah. Like that lady
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Having that. So yeah, that's what I've been spending a lot of time on.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Training and the family stuff with the kids and yeah, I mean, like, cause I'm 40, I'm like nearly 40. I'm 39, nearly 40. I'm like, man, I'm gonna die soon, you know. Like, bro, like I'm gonna be ready, you know what I mean? I'm gonna use my time, like, and it says go out and make disciples and use my time wisely, spread the word, and then go on to the reward, eh?
But your kids are older now, eh? So
5 and 7, yeah. 5
oh
and 7,
yeah.
yeah.
Probably there'll be a time when they're old enough to go on their own sort of thing, and then just be you and your wife.
Yeah.
Got heaps of time on your hands.
Yeah. But like even the disciples and all them, they were all like killed like pretty brutally and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like in most stories, like the heroes, like they're victorious. You know, that's how you know, like, it's true. To me, like, Jesus died on a cross. The disciples were all like martyred in that. Like, it's not a victorious. It is victorious for us believers because we have salvation in that. But it's not. There's no kingdom like in terms of like worldly things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's rich. No one's. It's all struggle. Paul's in prison.
Yeah.
You know, they're like killed and stuff, and poor.
So what's the thing?
There's no like thing of self, like mankind.
Yeah.
Because we're all about like getting rich, women, like glory and stuff. It's like, nah, it's not about that.
Well, all that stuff it's not supposed to be like what we should value the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing of God and Jesus, like, it's not trying to get us to value like things in it, like
because it's these things that take us away from what's real. Like for me, what's real is people, my family, friends, their human interaction. Yeah, and that's probably why I do the podcast with strangers because with anybody because I want to have that connection again. Love that connection, and you miss that. You don't get that. You don't really get that unless you go to a job and you just know your workmates because you're not gonna meet people like on the street randomly. That kind of thing. So community is even more valuable than anything else, I believe. In terms of like you have your fellowship Tuesday, you have community with the people that you're with. Like people underestimate the power of that. And they go back to the grind, just forgetting about it or not noticing it until it's like too late, sort of thing. So you're right. You're right. Like work takes you away unless you like your workmates, but also the chase of more takes you away from human connection too. So you're right.
And then you just die and you leave it all.
Then it's too late.
But you can't do anything with all those things.
Yeah. But you also gotta live, I guess, eat. But then food is food and house is a house. Like how big a house do you need and how much food do you really need? Sort of thing. Like I'm having that struggle right now because of cost of living. And honestly can say my lifestyle has gone down since maybe 2 years ago in terms of like what I'm able to do with everyone.
Have to be more careful
with my family, going out doing stuff, going to restaurants and that. Like I haven't been to a restaurant in ages. Like can't afford it now. Can't afford it now. Just eat at her. It's like fuck. Like all these lifestyle things are gonna change, and and it's that chase to maintain it.
Yeah.
And
It's this look or image.
Yeah. To maintain it, and then realizing you really don't really need it.
Yeah.
So come back.
It's fake, It's fake.
But then this I think, you know, how the government controls probably the economics of who earns what.
Mm.
They do it with the minimum wage. They do it with and companies do it. Shareholders do it with like the shareholder system, and then the companies do it with their wages, because the wage is a bill, like paying the power bill and all that. But I think they have to calculate exactly what their workers need to survive. If they can calculate that right, then they will have that uprising. They won't. You know, they can give them
just underneath.
Just they calculate it, right? And I think there's people out there, financial people out there, that have to do this every day.
Yeah.
To look at what the economy is, and then look at the company, look what they're spending.
Yeah.
That's how they lay people off.
Yeah.
But when they do how much money they're gonna pay the workers, they look at what's out there, the cost of living, and they just give them just enough that they need the job, or just enough that they can't quit, just enough that they can be still alive. And I reckon that's the true thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like, I don't know, even myself, you know, we all whinge and complain in that, but like, I feel like we're rich. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I get school lunches at our school, and like, because I grew up poor, but you know, there's other islanders at work, and I was like, oh yeah, they're probably similar. But I eat the school lunches hard out because they're free, and there's always spares, right?
Yeah.
But like some of them, they won't eat it.
Oh yeah.
And to me, I'm like, you're not hungry enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think we're that poor, you know, in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't eat a school lunch, you're like, ooh, yuck. You're not really hungry. You know what I mean? And then I take them home.
Yeah.
And I eat them.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people will be too ashamed to say that or do that. But I'm like, man, I want to save my money. You know, I need that.
Yeah.
So I'll eat them because there's always heaps of leftovers. Like, kids won't eat them and staff won't eat them. So I eat one in the afternoon sometimes. Like, you know, you're hungry in the afternoon. So I have one at lunch. It's like 12:30. But by the time I leave, it's like 3 something. You know, so it's like 3 hours. So I'll have that to just get me through the dinner. You know, and I'll have one then. And like most of the stuff, I don't know. Most of the stuff won't eat them. So like, are we really that struggling? I don't know. That's only one thing.
Yeah, there's only one thing. Yeah.
But you know, like, do we really need to go to the movies? Like, I don't know.
But that's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Like everyone has their own particular lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like you have to live a lifestyle to maintain it, right? If it's extra, then you never had that before. So what? That's just the extra, right? So it's those people that losing some of their lifestyle to cost of living.
Yeah. Like, I used to do this.
Yeah.
Go to concerts and movies.
You just gotta let it go. Like, smart way is to let it go.
Yeah.
Realize,
but they don't want any way.
Realize it's not
gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, right? I think what you're talking about when people are ashamed to do it, are these the people complaining about the cost of living, or are they all right? They must be all right, are they? or well, where does the shame come from? Like, is it like
even some of the kids?
But is it like, oh, even the kids? Oh,
even the kids.
I thought kids were more truthful about stuff like this, or
don't
know.
They're too mad to like.
To take it.
Sometimes, yeah. Like, I tell my kids, because they go to primary school, I'm like, if there's any extras, bring it home. And they do. They check it in their bag. And we're like, I eat it later. And I actually wanted to do this some content, but I'm just too lazy. Like, I was going to do a content on like school lunches.
Oh, yeah.
Like, eating them every day. And then like the snack. And then, because sometimes I'll pack them in the fridge, but we got food at home, so I don't eat them. But I'll eat it a week later. And like, so someone wouldn't even eat it on the day it's cooked. And then here I am eating it a week later where it's nearly off. You know what I mean? But I dress them up sometimes. Like, I'll cook eggs with it.
Yeah.
Or like do some sausages, or, you know, like just to put on the side with it. Or we'll chuck some sauce or mayo on it, or, you know, whatever it is, just to make it a bit bigger, or more meat. Usually I'm just adding more meat to it, you know, but I was going to do content about that, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But I thought it would be funny.
You should.
Because that's just how people think it's disgusting. Yeah. And here I am, we're like, yes, look at this. This is so good. You know, I thought it might be beautiful. Funny thing to post. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's what I always felt when I grew up. Like you weren't really hungry if you couldn't eat like flour, sugar, and make pancakes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you got like cans and stuff and all that, you're still not really hungry. Like you're not struggling that much.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think just the fact that just knowing that someone out there is calculating how much you should have.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Just
sad.
to keep us underneath.
Just so they can be okay,
Yeah.
you know, or they can grab more.
Yeah.
You know, because I never understood like, what's his name, the boxer, Mayweather, having this big old mansion with 10 rooms and there's only him living there. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But we were talking about it at church today. Like, what was he saying about food and stuff? I lost my train of thought. But I think we're all right. Like, I have whinges as well about, you know, the cost of living, petrol and stuff like that. And so sometimes I think I need to get another job with more money or work more, you know, or like get a weekend job or something like that.
Yeah.
But then like me being a follower, I'm like, nah, like Jesus said, just follow me.
Right.
And all these things will be taken care of. Or, you know, like, because his disciples just left what they had. You know, he's like, follow me. And they left their fish, or they left, like, the tax collector, he left his job and just left.
Yeah.
And so when I'm like, sometimes I'm thinking like, I'm like everyone, I need more money. I need to change my career, or, you know, hustle. It's like, nah, just
stay on the course.
Just follow Christ, you know. And it hasn't failed me so far.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty low, you know.
But a few minutes ago you said those disciples died brutal deaths.
Yeah, but they went on to their to their riches in heaven, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But,
do we want to do that, eh?
Don't really want to do that. But man, you're right, man. Like, there's a lot of things to think about. Like, yeah, lately
I have my whinges too, but then like I have to remind that's the battle I have at the moment.
But at the same time, it's like this brings out the creativity of people.
Yeah,
you know, this brings out the hustle of people.
Yeah.
You know, if this is the best you can get and you want more, don't cry about it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to get another job because that takes time, more time away. What else can you do to get more money, but to help or whatever you want to do, your goals, and to, you know, not make it a chore.
Yeah.
You know, what can you do?
It's hard because one of the things is because my kids like have had such a good life for the first 5-7 years, like we have to fabricate tough times.
Oh,
you know, like if we just all of a sudden had no food, they'll break down and be like, Dad, like, but you know, like other kids, they're used to that,
right?
So they can be hungry. Like my kids can't be hungry; they can't deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a tough thing to be like. So that's why I make them train. Not why, but part of why I make them train and do hard things is because to build some resilience. And because their everyday life is not hard, like they're not challenged, like they don't have to walk to school, they're not hungry, they're not cold, they're not anything really, you know?
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, so we have to make up stuff to make their life hard. But
is that what you guys do?
Well, that's
besides the training.
Well, like all our kids, they don't really like your kids, you know?
Yeah,
they don't really want for things like really that they need. It's just stuff they want, you know? Like, you know, in the islands, like the kids have got no shoes and, you know, they got no lunch and stuff and they're all right.
They're right.
You know, our kids couldn't deal with that. You know, that's so their resilience is naturally built into their life because that's just every day. And so trying to get a feed or whatever, you know, to get cold, warm, or all that sort of stuff, whereas our kids don't have that. So how are they going to get resilient? We have to make it up. Make them do hard things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's a part of why I need to train in that too. I need to struggle. I've trained my mind, trained my body, you know? Need to go through hard things so then I can handle life when things don't go go well, you know. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. And then just try and like the flesh, you know, I want things like everyone, you know, I want the latest shoes or whatever, you know, but like, oh, do we need that? You know, what do we got coming up? The car needs its rego, or, you know, need to change the tires soon, or the gas, you know, we need to pay these bills and stuff, you know, so trying to stay focused on what we need and versus what we want, eh?
Yeah. I think I've been pretty good. I think I've learned maybe last 5 years ago, 6 years ago, to just try to be a minimalist in things. Yeah. Like, no way I'm into like the latest clothes and buying different clothes. I was back in my younger days. Yeah. Like always want the latest clothes and make sure I got different pairs of shoes for each day. Yeah. You know, that kind of stuff. But now all that's gone out the window. I'm not really into that anymore. Yeah. So that's a bonus. I think now, like you said, like I've discovered it like 6 years ago, like writing. Like, man, I love it, eh? Writing, and it's something that I used to do when I was at school, and I was good at doing it, but I never really pushed and continued with it. Yeah. Because right now, I would have thought that, man, if I would turn back the clock, I would so go to be a journalist there or something to write, like especially as a sports writer. Because then me, it's all about lifestyle now, more than anything, and to share it with people I love, like friends, family. Like if I'm not doing that, then what's the point? So, because my job now, it's like a job where you sit down by yourself and on the computer all day. And interactions are not interactions, but they're not really fun kind of stuff. They might be fun, but to me it's not. But I think, you know, doing the Western Network and doing the website, like, man, I'll be really happy if I just wrote all day.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I reckon, like, go for it because, you know, like back in the days, or even that now, like some people could do like a job from 20, I don't know, up to 50 years, right? And they'd be sweet. They saw the purpose in it. They see the purpose in it, and they're all in it, and they're right, like outside of work, right? But our era, we have options. Yeah. So like for me, like running the gym, it gave me energy, and I loved it and stuff. Those challenges, obviously.
When you were doing it.
Yeah. So, but now that I'm doing stuff in the school, I'm not as passionate about it. I notice it's like sort of killing me.
Oh yeah.
You know, slowly, because you don't enjoy it as much and that. But I was like, man, how do these other people like? Because I guess it was different there because they're trying to survive and said there's a little bit more meaning in doing a mundane job or a job that they don't like, that it doesn't kill them inside. You get what I mean? Like when you talk to them, like, because for me, I feel like I've gone backwards a little bit in some ways, doing something that I don't like.
I think I got the fix for you.
For 7 years, you know?
I got the fix for you, bro.
But I'm getting to my point is that, yeah, like with you, if you're writing, we've all got to, I listened to this book recently. It's like, you got to go write. And that's, you know, doing that thing, whether it's writing or whatever it is. Because it's going to be hard anyway.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing what you want or whether you're doing something that you have to. So, yeah, I've been trying to work towards going right again, you know, to get that energy back up again. And, yeah, you feel like, but yeah, it's interesting how some of the, you know, other old school people, because it was a different time, because they didn't have an option. So they're not like me where they feel like they're going backwards or not. You know, they're sweet. Right. They're still like vibrant. They're full of life, even though it's some job that they weren't really into.
Because now these days you can do what you love. You do what you love and make a living.
They didn't have that then, but now they do. And like, I guess for me and you, we're like, I want to do what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And we can't see the fulfillment in as much as them in doing a mundane job or something we have to do just to pay the bills and provide for the family.
You're right. And the way I get around it, and the way, otherwise I want to die, you know, in this job that I did study for when I was younger and got a certificate for and got the job, and I should be fine. Climbed the ladder and all that. But at some point, the passion just left, you know, and it's just another job now, right? So the way I look at it, I've got this other passion on the side that I'm not making a living from, but I love doing. So the way I look at it, right? Okay, I'm working this job I hate, but actually I'm paying the bills. I'm doing it to pay the bills, feed my family, and pay for the stuff I love to do. And if you don't look at it that way, then you are gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, you are gonna die in this job.
Yeah.
So there's a mean to an end, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
I don't love this, but I love the opportunity this is giving me in form of money to pay for what I really want to do.
Yeah.
And I focus on that, and that's why I slowly get all this equipment and do the podcast.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day I can have enough money to start something that allows me to write all day.
Yeah.
And make a living from, whether it's advertising or whatever it is. So yeah, that's sort of the passion, and I got to think of it like that. Otherwise, I'll just die, like you say.
Yeah. Because as I've mentioned before, I'm nearly 40, so like a lot of my friends or something like around maybe a little bit younger, like mid-30s or up to 40s, 50s, and I see people who are dying, man. Not like literally, but like you can tell they don't like their job or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I can't get like that. But they're being responsible and paying the bills and
that's a given.
Doing what they have to do.
That's a given.
But they just lost that spark in their life, like that they used to have. When you talk to them, they're like, oh yeah, it's so good. Like, they don't have that fire anymore. And I feel like I'm going that way a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, not in my faith and my family, that stuff's good. But just in terms of my creativity and passion, that aspect of my life is not firing the way. But I've been trying to get back into like coaching and training and stuff like that. To reignite that. But it's good. I like the perspective that you have. It allows you,
It allows me. And that's probably all I can do.
Yeah.
At this moment.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of know those things, but sometimes these bad thoughts just creep in. You feel sorry for yourself. Like I let it get into me sometimes. But I'm like, just got to be faithful, eh?
Do you think you ever run your own gym again?
Yeah, I think I will.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how or when, but
just the way you did last time.
I want to. I want to be probably smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because how you started your first gym, like, would you run that same pathway? Like, would you run that same blueprint?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But it wouldn't be the same thing, but similar. I like the teens or certain more of a private gym I want to run. Yeah, just people who are aspiring. It'll be a different type of thing. I sort of want to do it. Have like something else supplementing my income, but I sort of want to do it for free, eh? But so everybody that comes, because when they pay you, they earn you. I don't want anybody to own me.
All right.
But it's fun when you train people who really want it. That environment is so cool.
There's council funded places, eh? Have you looked at that, like council funding or government funding?
I don't know how to do that stuff.
Because they own you too, eh?
Yeah.
The government will own you too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. The best way I'm thinking at the moment, I don't know unless God opens up a different way, is we get our own place, house, right? And then we have a garage gym and run it out of there.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't have to pay rent and stuff.
Yeah.
So I can just have a normal job and then do that like in my own time. Like sort of like you, if you're writing, like in my own time, that's my passion, But I mean, there could be other ways, but that's the best I can think of at the moment.
When I was fighting with Stace in them, Stace,
Yeah.
when I was fighting with them, we were living in Westmere.
Yeah.
And there was I'll go for a jog after work around the block, but there was this house on West End Road, Cox Bay down the bottom, that road that goes uphill.
Yeah.
There's a house there, and it's got this massive like room like this, underneath, and the house is on top, and it's just a full-on gym, and people doing exercising.
Yeah.
In someone's house.
Yeah, there's a few people doing it. Yeah, something like that, I think.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
and
cool.
just get the neighborhood down there and for a place to go.
Yeah, so something like that, or because I've been in schools for a while, I've seen different roles and I've tried different roles. I think I'd like to try the academy.
Oh yeah.
run the academy, like the basketball or rugby or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Cause
Do they have one at Henderson?
nah, in high school.
Oh yeah.
I haven't done that role, but I'd like that would be a cool role because you know you're doing skills, fitness, you know, it's like strength conditioning. So I'm trying to look into that to try that out because I saw PE. I didn't like that because it's heaps of kids at Gumby and they don't really want to be there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I want kids who want to be there. So like if you play basketball or rugby, they want to be there.
Yeah.
You know.
So you get the elites.
Not elite.
Out
They
of
don't have to be
the
elite.
PE team, PE kids.
No, it's not about being elite. It's just people who want to get better. Like they want to improve their skills, their fitness, and it's just more the attitude. Because it's hard to motivate people who are not motivated. They just drain you. So I want to be around people who are giving some energy back too. You know, because they want to be there.
Yeah.
And they're just trying. So yeah, now they don't have to be elite. You know, so academy could be good. I was looking at it. So I saw PE. I saw director. I saw coordinators. Which is good. But there's a lot of like, what's it called? Like health and safety, permission slips. And I'm like, that's admin. So I just want to be on the floor coaching or training people, you know?
Have you looked at going back to Mount Albert Grammar, Mags, your old stomping ground? Like for their, because that would be into like the rugby scene and sports scene, and they would have like real professional coaches, academies and that.
Yeah, that'd be something worth looking at. I went there on Friday to actually watch the Prims basketball.
Oh yeah.
And man, I caught the end of the girls' game. Like the level's going up, eh?
Oh yeah.
You know, even like league and rugby and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the bottom is like really bad because you know technology, kids are watching technology. Even the middle is bad, but like the kids who are like at the top of anything, like they're awesome. You know, like you know when you watch the women's league and the rugby, they're mean. And then I was watching the basketball, like these girls, they were mean. Like from when I played schoolball, like they've improved a lot, eh? And then the boys were pretty mean as well. Probably like they're not as physical, but like their skills are really good. You know, like
these schools
that was impressive. It was cool. It was cool to watch.
Well, these rugby schools that are like in the 1A comp, like.
They're semi-professional.
The first 15s are serious, eh?
Yeah.
Like the coaches and that.
Yeah.
Even the kids.
Well, I was talking to my friend because that's why I went to watch my Max. His son plays. Cause I did a little bit of training with him in the off season. So they're doing 3 mornings and 3 afternoons, and then they play Fridays. And that's high school, you know. So that's pretty serious schedule, eh? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, with the 1A.
Yeah, I noticed with these schools because my boy, he's at Auckland Grammar.
Yeah.
He's in form, but he plays in the 3rd grade comp, and he's good. He's talented, but he's not. His attitude's not there.
Yeah.
He just does it for fun.
Yeah.
And it just happens me. There's a lot of kids like that.
If
they put their mind to it, they could actually go further.
Yeah.
But they're just not interested. They just want to play with their mates or play for fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, man.
Yeah, it's hard to see, eh?
Yeah.
Man.
But you've probably seen a few of these kind of kids, eh? Like talent, but
man, at Henderson, there's so much talent there, eh? Like Henderson Intermediate, like there's mean athletes out there. We won. Shout out to Sully. We went to Auckland Champs for rugby last week. We won it again, eh?
Oh, yeah.
He was the coach there. I was just running the waters, but we went back to back. But it was 2 tough games. They could have went either way. It was against Rewa. They were pretty solid, and then Kelston as well. But now there's some mean kids. But this is probably a good tip for any of the parents that I've learned since being working in education 7 years. Like the parents, like you can't trust just the schools, like with education and training, like because I see that the teachers are working so hard, man. Like most of them, obviously there's some bad ones, but generally like they like working their ass off. They got like 30 kids or something roughly. It's hard to like get everyone, you know. So if your kids struggling, like you need to help them because the teacher's probably full on already.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a lot of parents are just like, oh, school needs to do this. I was like, nah, you need to do it as a parent.
Yeah.
And then the same with the sports, like when you have that hour or 2 hours of training with your team, it should be just a team, but your individual skills in that you need to do like
your own.
Yeah. So when you come together as a team, you can put it together.
Yeah.
But like you don't have an hour to do your own stuff at training and the team stuff.
I always think.
You know what I mean? Like
I always think if the coaches identify the kids that go do their own training, then he's serious about it.
Yeah. But no, just for the parents who are going to listen to this, that's what I would encourage. Like you got to do. I know it's a pain in the butt, but the coaches and because they might train once or twice a week, right? They want to do the team tactics, or they don't have the time for that player development. So whatever your position is, go away and work on that. So then when you come together with the rest of your team, you can push a little bit further. And it's the same with the schoolwork. Like you see the kids who do well, they usually got like a lot of support from home. Like the parents are pushing them to do their schoolwork, training, or they're doing extra stuff. Like only the freaks will just make it without any support.
Right.
But there's usually only 1 or 2 a year, and then the rest need support. So I call it, because I like that aspect of sports, like managing. I feel like I'm a good eye for talent.
Right.
And so in my mind, I see like 5-star, because we like American sports. So I'm like, there's some 5-star talents, and then there's 4 stars, 3 stars and whatnot. So like every year since I've been in intermediate, I've noticed there's like usually 1 to 3 5-stars every year, male, female. There could only be 1 sometimes. And there's usually a bunch of 4 stars. So they're the ones that could like crack it with like support on that.
So what do you do when do you tell these kids anything?
Yeah. I try to encourage them.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of other people are like, be realistic and get a job. I'm like, have a crack first, then you get a job. If it doesn't work out, then, I'm like, nah. Like, look at Tamalola the other day. The Prince of Tonga comes to your game. You're going to get that by becoming an accountant? when you get your degree, is the princess going to come and shake your hand? Only through sports can these things happen. You tour Samoa, you tour Samoa, you meet everyone. If you're on the Australian or New Zealand team, you're going to meet for whatever sport.
Yeah.
It takes you further. So I encourage them.
It's actual career.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it opens up doors. You're friends with CEOs, sponsors, all that sort of stuff. And if it doesn't work out, then you can go get a job. Like, not start with a job.
I like that. I like the opportunities rugby union can give kids.
Heaps of stuff, yeah. Commentating, trainer, whatever, yeah.
Because you don't have to make a rep team to go get a contract overseas.
Yeah.
Oh. And plus, second division overseas is you still get paid.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
So now I try to be an encourager because I know a lot of people aren't encouraging him. Like I try to be one of the voices. And
it's because no one's got time, you think, or everyone's too busy.
Yeah, I feel, they're busy.
I feel that.
I feel like a lot of parents are lazy. So parents are, but you gotta make the time, because your kids are only young once, and once your body once you pass like a certain age, it's over.
Yeah.
So you got to make the effort while they're young and, and they're recovering well and they have that spark in them. Because once they're working and stuff, it's like, it's all over. But you gotta make the effort. Because I've seen a lot. I love this stuff, so I analyze it all the time.
Right.
It's like, I realized early that there's not many kids who are motivated. So you have to push them. Like, I was lucky. I worked with a few kids who were motivated, my first few people. So I thought everyone was like, but nah, there's not many. So my kids are not motivated. I pushed them. Because they're not, most kids, they don't want to do it. Like, you have to get them up. You have to be like, come on, let's go out, practice your passing, practice your shot, or whatever it is, let's go for a run. They're not going to do it on their own, mostly. So there's not many kids who, you have to push them to a point where they see the results. And then they start to develop themselves, and then you won't have to push them as much. But it's going to be hard in the beginning because, they don't want to do it. But once they start to see, I'm playing better, or, then they're going to buy in more. And then they'll be like, okay. Like, don't give the kids too much choices, I reckon. Because they don't know. Like, what does a little kid know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, you got to run. You got to train. You do some push-ups, like, whatever it is. You got to get them out there because I feel like a lot of parenting these days, they give them too much freedom. You know, like, but they don't know anything. Like, you give them the choices of stuff that doesn't matter. Like what ice cream flavor do you want? Or like, you know, like which shoes, like, you know, just stuff that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
But in terms of their life, like their thing, you've got to do it. And then once they get to a certain age, then obviously they'll take over. But kids they're not wise, you know. That's why we're older. That's why we're the parents, like, and we've made mistakes and we try to like get them off that path, you know.
I feel like sports is a good way of, because sports is fun. It's fun to play. Yeah. It's fun to play, right? It's fun to play in a team, and it's fun to win, and not fun to lose, but you know, it's fun to win. But be competitive sometimes can be fun, especially when you're a kid, because it's part of sports, right? So if they fall in love with, if they have fun doing it, then that's a good start.
Yeah. That's
a good start. Some kids don't like to do that. Don't like to be physical in that. So maybe they don't go that way, but maybe they can. When I think about when I was growing up, like my parents were both working full time, and they never had time for us. But that's cool, because they came in from work, they cooked our food, watch TV, they go to bed, and us, we do our homework or play outside, or mostly play outside.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's no internet back then. Kids play outside, ride bikes. I guess we get our resilience from getting hurt outside.
Yeah. So
falling over.
You didn't have to create it because it was already there.
Yeah, that's right.
It was naturally in your life.
And we create it ourselves, play off the kids on the street.
Yeah.
Hey.
Have bullies and
bullies.
Stuff like that.
Arguments
and stuff.
Arguments.
The kids swearing at me and stuff. Yeah. Calling me names. So that's inbuilt, It's a life.
Yeah, it's inbuilt. Because we had more opportunities to get those experiences, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. And it is training in a way too. Because you're riding your bike, you're running around.
Yeah, exactly.
So in a way, it's training.
And it's fun too.
Yeah.
Whether someone said, you can actually be a cyclist, and that's a sport.
Yeah.
No one told me that. I like riding my bike when I was a kid. But I didn't play rugby or anything, but I got into basketball around Form 1 and just played that all through school. But if someone told me that I could actually train harder, and because I loved it, I love playing it.
Yeah.
But if someone told me like you can actually train and do your own training, get better, and go for these rep teams and try and make it, and maybe you can be in the NBA. I don't know. If someone told me that, I would have went for it.
Yeah.
But no one did.
Yeah.
You know? And everyone was playing rugby anyway, so there was pathways, you know? But yeah, it was just funny. Now these days you got internet, you can see what other trainings are.
Yeah.
It's easier. There's pathways now.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. That's another thing I think, because I love this. I always think about it. Like, you got to choose the right sport for your kid. You know, if your kid is like running around ADHD, then you go play soccer or something, eh? You know what I mean? You don't want to play like in their scrawny and chuck them in the rugby and they're going to break their arms. Like, you know, like if they're big and tall and stuff, like maybe volleyball, or, you know, like basketball, or you maybe get into shot put or something. You know, like if they're fast, obviously there's some sort of sprinting thing. If they're medium, like distance, you know, like see what your kid is naturally, you know, can do. And if they're small or short or what they're suited to, is like, because if you just play rugby and they're going to play rugby, but they're soft.
Yeah.
You know, some kids are soft, they're not cut out for it, but they can still make a good player in something else. You know, you got to see what your kids do. Like, my kids don't run around, so it's like, there's no way they're going to play soccer. Because soccer's all running.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, my older one, she's tall, big. So, I'm thinking, like, shot put. Just because she doesn't want to run around. What's it called? Maybe weightlifting. Basketball, like, because she's tall. There's a bit of running, like, but it's not as much as, like, you know? My shorter one, I'm like, my other one, she's a normal height. She's got good hands-eye coordination. So, I'm feeling like cricket or...
Basketball.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, I could be getting it wrong too, but at least I'm trying to see, like, you know, like
better chances. Yeah,
because I think I'm like, parents put their kids in rugby and they're like breaking their arms and legs and stuff, and it's like, because some of these kids are killers, you know, like they're built for rugby, you know, they're aggressive, but they're putting their kid that's not made out for that,
and
then maybe they should be playing soccer or something else, like, I don't know, hockey or, and they could be good at that, or a different sport. Badminton, I don't know. But you got to see what your talents are, eh? Or what your kids' talents are, sorry.
Yeah, that's a good
what
point.
Their attributes are.
That's a good point there.
See what their temperament is, and could be martial arts, or, if they always play fighting, maybe it could be a wrestler, or, like that type of thing. But just because you like rugby or netball, like, they might not be that, or maybe they will be, because they got that genetics, or they see it. But
it's these parents that like LeVar Ball, that actually that talk their kids into like being
Well, I mean,
to making it.
But they're all tall, like what they're like 6'3", 6'4". So it sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
And they're like lean body. So like, I can see that.
I saw he lost his leg.
Yeah.
His leg. Said that he had diabetes or something.
Poor fella, yeah. I met him once.
Oh, he came here. That's right.
Yeah.
He came here.
I met him on the plane to Samoa.
Oh, hey.
Oh, no, so at the airport, like when we landed, yeah. He was like, when you get your bags and all that?
Yeah.
It was cool, man.
Did you go talk to him?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I was just asking him what he was up to, just running some camps and
Oh, yeah.
spreading the big ball of brand. But he was a cool guy.
Yeah.
I like him, yeah. Because, like, you see most of the kids that make it, they're being pushed. And then some of the freaks will just make it no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, whether their parents push them or not. But there's not many of those. So most likely your kid will need to be pushed, to do something. And then once they... Because everybody talks about, like, fun. Like, I believe in fun too. But if you're not good, it's not fun.
Yeah.
And you say you have to train somewhat to get good. And then you enjoy it more. Like, if you're like losing the ball all the time, it's like, go play for fun, son or daughter. It's not fun. So you got to train them, practice skills and stuff. And then when they go play, they're like, oh, I'm a bit better. Like, this is more, and then they catch the bug. It's not, some things you can just do for fun, like play tiggy and, ride your bike.
Yeah.
That's where you go, just go have fun.
Yeah.
Or play at the park. But when you're playing a real sport, it's really not really fun, like, unless you're seeing progress. You don't have to win, but if you're like, see you're improving, and it's like that process, you get in the zone. You're like, oh, this is mad, figuring it out. And if you can help your kid figure it out, then they have fun. But if you're just going there and losing all the time, that's not fun, man. I think fun's overrated.
Well, I was having fun to the point where I was just dreaming about.
But you were playing street ball, right?
Well, I was having fun playing street ball.
Yeah,
Fun
but
playing.
street ball was fun though.
I played for a school team. That was fun too. But man, if someone told me that I could train hard and make it, I would have.
Yeah.
But just because no one did, I just thought it was just a dream.
Yeah.
To make professional, Yeah. But at that age, that's the start of being professional, right? If you put in the work, put in training. But that's the thing, no one told me.
Yeah.
And none of my friends did anything about it. We all loved playing, but we loved watching NBA.
Yeah.
It was just a dream, but no one said it could be a reality. And that's what was missing back then, I think. I think if you played rugby, then probably you had people saying, oh man, you should go play club after this, or go to another school, play Fresh 15 in a 1A school or something, I don't know. Probably not, but yeah, first you identify the kids, right, with talent, and then it's getting them into the sport. How do you keep their motivation? Because at some point they might be bored or not want to take it any further, but they've got the talent to do so.
That's when you got to force them, because motivation comes and goes for all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, we signed up to this, we paid the fees. You can't just quit because you're bored. You got to go finish the year, and if you don't like it, then you can move on.
Yeah.
But you made a commitment. So you're teaching them commitment too.
Mm-hmm.
So commitment and hard work. Because I was a quitter too, like early on, and then because you're a kid, you don't know. It's like, this is hard, I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's the job of the parents to be like, hey son, like, I know it's hard, and you're maybe not having fun, but we keep going. Turn up for your teammates, your coach, and then they make progress, and then it's, okay, And you have days where you don't feel like it.
Mm.
We all do. But it doesn't mean you just stop. You know? So you got to just sort of force them the thought, man. You know? Not every day you're like 100% like, and then they will develop the habits of just turning up regardless of how you feel and stuff, you know? So yeah, that's the that's the zealous state of mind, babe. That's the zealous
state of mind.
But I know I've been like I've quit things, and
Yeah.
you know when I was a kid and that, like this, but I really like that's not good. And then, you know, my auntie and my uncle taught me that, but it took a while to learn. You know, like that you have to stick it out, and
That's why you wouldn't mind working in like academy.
yeah.
'Cause at least the kids are motivated coming into it.
Yeah, I mean, and even them, they're gonna have struggles, like break up with their girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
And then say, come on, man, we're doing well. Like we need you here. You know, like you know the team. So yeah, that's why I would enjoy that. I know they're not always going to be on, but they at least have some sort of goal in it, incentive. Yeah, no one can always be up. You know, 100% motivated.
It's funny. I was thinking about a guy that came on the podcast before, Salon Kobo.
Yeah.
He, man, he's having this resurgence right now.
Yeah, he's still mean.
In the Dolphins.
Yeah,
And he's warranted his place in Queensland. And after like that year last year, he's just had the shocker all year, eh? Like, and now he's like come back and better than ever.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine when you talk about motivation, maybe he's one of the motivation was maybe he didn't have it or something happened.
Yeah, things happen like
because he fell off, eh? And
yeah. No, we all do.
And now he's come back, so even stronger. So
yeah. I hope no one like takes it that at this happen. I understand it does, but this you still got to keep going and try to figure it out, eh? Like for your family, your friends, your coaches, and try to get back on track. Because every athlete or every human being, you're gonna have that.
Because it affects your game, man.
Yeah, but you don't just stop. You know, maybe have a break or something, a little bit. Try to figure it out, but it's natural, eh? Every athlete's gonna have their highs and lows and stuff, eh? And then obviously he's come out the other side, figured it out. Yeah. Even off the field stuff can happen, eh? Like family stuff can affect your mind, and there's a lot of stuff. So yeah, hats up to him, man. Yeah,
You been watching NRL?
Yeah, man, I love it, eh? I've been this year is my first year of the NRL fantasy.
Oh yeah.
And then because I've done tipping for years,
right?
But now
are you doing fantasy draft or fantasy?
Normal fantasy.
Oh yeah.
So just the guys from just the family one actually. Yeah, it's fantasy, and some guys from work as well. But we've been doing tipping for years and years. But no, it's interesting, because I'm into that. I like player, management and stuff. And it's cool. It's pretty fun, man. It's addictive. I spend too much time on it.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Yeah,
because I play the draft, and it doesn't have the salary cap.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you gotta make sure you pick the right guys in the draft when you have the draft first.
Yeah.
So
that's fine. We've been watching another league.
You guys?
Yeah, I don't watch the rugby.
Nah.
It's just basketball and league.
Basketball and league.
Yeah.
Are you supporting?
I do like rugby.
You supporting Imperial Panthers because of the NF?
Yeah. So hopefully they get the championship, and we're going to Aussie in their third term holidays.
Oh yeah.
So if they make the grand final, we're gonna go.
Oh yeah.
God willing, yeah.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
Against the Warriors, that'd be nice. Nah, against Manly Seagulls. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Fuzzball's been going good, eh?
Man, we smashed Storm last night.
I watched it last night. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I had a bet down.
Yeah.
Because I'm betting the spread, so I picked what did I pick? I picked Manly to win. No, I picked Storm to lose.
Yeah.
By 6 and under. Obviously, it wasn't 6 and under. So I thought it was gonna be a close game.
Yeah. But nah, it's fun because I like seeing like talent and trying to predict, like you're getting your cash cows and stuff. Yeah. Like he's cheap now, but I can see he's getting better and stuff. And so I think I'll do well next year because I've learned a lot from this year. Because the first few rounds I sort of stuffed up, But now I know how it works, and I'm gonna take over next year.
It's gonna be interesting. With World Cup end of the year.
Yeah.
Toss Samoa back in. They're gonna be a stacked team this year.
Yeah, there's going to be maybe 5 teams that are like proper contenders, eh? Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Tonga, and England, eh?
Well, New Zealand looks gonna be strong. I mean, first time Australia doesn't look that scary anymore.
It's like almost New Zealand's favourites almost. On paper. Yeah. They look really good, eh?
Yeah, they look really good.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be cool. Because it's not just Australia and England like it usually is. Australia, England, and New Zealand. It's usually just those 3. Now we've got Tonga and Samoa, who are proper contenders as well. So it'll be cool. And Fiji's not too far behind as well, eh?
Fiji's not too far behind.
Probably just a couple of halves.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, this is another tip. Sorry, just to the kids thing. I've been telling some of the boys who are guns at our school to practice their kicking and that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like a lot of our halves are really mean runners and playmakers. But I'm like, kicking game? I'm like, man, work on your kicking game, like become more around because you can get paid the big dollars when you crack it. Because, watch like Mitchell Moses and them, they've got like mean kicking games. And they're like, oh, okay. So I'm just trying to plant the seed for them to become more around, not just a runner. And I was like, try to be a halfback too. Because they get to pay the most.
Yeah. Because I'm always impressed with the kicks, even when on the 5th tackle.
Yeah.
Close to the line.
Yeah.
Those grubber kicks in there. You can't be point blank.
That's what I mean. Some of them are like on, eh?
They're on, man.
It's pretty amazing, eh? Yeah, so that's why I was trying to encourage them.
Yeah.
Like your stocks will go up. Like you could go from 400,000 to $1 million or something if you add that good kicking game, like short game and long. Like if you're kicking like good meterage, because the games are so tight these days. Like you have to have a good kicking game. So
it's not even about kicking the goals anymore. It's like tactical.
Yeah, territory. Like you got to play that in their half. And try to grab away for the error, and then getting repeat sets when you're on the line, getting that little grubber in or whatever. Or then even that long across field kick, for the winger. Like they're pretty pinpoint, eh?
They're pretty pinpoint.
Yeah,
it happened last night.
Every game.
One of those, yeah.
Every game.
I see Saul Falongo is kicking the goals now.
He's the man, eh? He's been the best player for the Storm. He's pretty amazing.
Well, he's good. Since Pippenhausen got retired.
Yeah.
He's slotted right in.
I reckon
just
he's
like
been
that,
the best player for the Storm so far.
Yeah.
Like, because when they were losing, he was still standing up. Like, he was the only one making breaks and stuff. Yeah.
There's been talk around how rugby is declining. And rugby league is on the come up.
Yeah,
I think it's just an Auckland thing. Because when you see rugby played in Christchurch, like they're still packing the stadiums.
Right. Yeah.
Wellington packed house that final. But Auckland not so much. I think there's too many sports in Auckland.
Yeah.
Auckland FC is doing well. Warriors is doing well. You just can't compete. I don't think rugby can compete with Auckland. But what have you seen with the kids and the vibe? Is it all about the Warriors or rugby league? Or?
I think league's better, like thing to watch, better product than that. But even though I'm league, I still like think rugby's pretty awesome. Like it's a great game. It's more of a purist sort of thing, eh? Like people like my colleague Sully and them, like they're like real into it. It's pretty cool to hear them talk the tactics and that.
Oh, rugby.
Yeah, like real in-depth stuff. So it's like, I appreciate rugby. And probably if I wasn't doing fantasy, I'll probably be watching more. But I got to do my homework, man. And my tipping, I'm not doing too well on my tipping. But yeah, if I wasn't doing that, I would probably watch more. I do still love rugby as well. But it's just that. And then league's a little bit more entertaining. Yeah, I feel like it's more entertaining.
Yeah,
the story, the social media stuff's better. The stories around players. More blue collar, like a few crazy guys.
Yeah.
It's just better stories. Like, do you feel like they're your friends, like, them like normal people, They'll give you like their hat or something, like, I feel like that's possible. Rugby, I feel like they didn't do that.
I feel like
they'll give you a boots or something, like league guys.
Yeah,
or shorts or socks or something,
It's too formal.
Yeah, too formal. Yeah. You could go up to like a player like after the game and shake their hand and give them a hug and that. But rugby, it doesn't feel like that, Because I've been to a few games and they're all good. The players like, hey, you give them like a little hug and stuff, and they're like all good, I don't. Maybe the rugby guys are like that. Maybe it's the management, like saying, don't do that. I don't know, but they don't seem as approachable like that.
Well, it's funny because when I go to the boys' game at Auckland Grammar, you see the crowd. It's a different crowd when you go to the other boys' game at Stags. If you're doing Stags, the crowd, totally different type of crowd, man?
Yeah.
Because they played they had a game against Glenora at Glenora, and man, totally different crowd, man. The beers come out and and all the everyone's shouting, the swear words.
It gets too far sometimes. Yeah. Gets a bit too far.
And then the rugby crowd's like clap their hands and good job.
Yeah. I don't like but it comes with the thing. I've been looking at one of my good friends become a chaplain, sports chaplain. I've been looking at doing that.
So what is that exactly?
It's like you sort of like with a club or something, and then you like pray and.
Chaplain, yeah.
Yeah, with the team. So I'm looking at doing that. Not in a rush, but in the school holidays, I'm going to connect with the guy to see what it entails and stuff. And I thought that'd be pretty cool because I've noticed a lot of athletes, they have that, like even basketball, they see in the NBA, like was it Halliburton and that?
Yeah.
So they like the Pacers would have a chaplain and they would do like a Bible study before games and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So. I mean, it's probably a little bit different here with each club, but they have someone who's sort of like that the players can talk to and that type of thing. Pray or just be there for them. Like I think Letty was telling me a story. It was a cool story about. I think it was a chaplain. One of the boys went out, and then the chaplain said, "If you get stuck, just give me a call."
Yeah.
And then like he went out and his mates, and then he gave the chaplain, and he picked them up, and the boys. I think they got into trouble.
Oh.
So I'm probably butchering the story, but something along those lines. Like you can just be there for the guys. So I think that would be good to me. As I'm getting older, I need to start getting into those type of roles.
Yeah.
Just try to mentor, be there for. Obviously, my first thing is my kids first, but then if I have time, to be there for other guys, So something I'm looking at in the future.
Well, these are things. You look to when the kids are older and move out.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. That type of thing.
When their time's gone.
Yeah. So coaching, training people, chaplaincy stuff, and so that's all a part of the kingdom. Like supporting people and trying to be there for them and that. But obviously my kids first and my wife, and then
I went to the Auckland Writers Festival, and because I got some free tickets through work, and there are some free ones you can go to, but I went to a free one. I know it wasn't free; it was one of the tickets, but it was a Friday night at RTS Square in the auditorium there, and it was with I forgot his name. Someone Anoka. He was the
Gilbert Anoka.
Gilbert Anoka. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had to talk there. Man, he's cool. I haven't heard of this guy before, but
I've heard.
He's got a book now.
He was a part of that book, Legacy, James Kerr.
Oh, okay.
So he featured quite heavily in that.
Yeah.
He's been with the All Blacks for ages, eh?
Yeah, he's the mental health coach.
Yeah. Cook Island guy, eh?
Cook Island guy, yeah. So he's talking about his life. He grew up as an orphan. He grew up in the orphanage because I think his parents broke up. His dad's Cook Island. His dad went back to Cook Islands. So he was raised by his mum, but his mum couldn't. So mum put him in the orphanage. And but as a adult, he was a good friend. He went to school with Wayne Smith.
Wow, yeah.
And they were good friends.
Yeah.
And Wayne Smith made the All Blacks and all that kind of stuff. And he just hung around him. To sneak him in the All Blacks camp and stuff, they said, "Oh, just say you're the masseuse."
Yeah.
Just come in. And when the management came, "Who's this guy?" "Oh no, he's the masseuse."
Yeah.
So he just stayed there ever since. He just stayed there. And he became the mental health coach.
Yeah.
Like, man, some of the stuff he was talking about, he talks about like team and those experiences and how he dealt with the problems the players have.
Yeah.
Like if they have motivational problems, like you were
Yeah.
talking about, he's the guy that comes in and talks to them.
That'd be sort of like chaplaincy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he talked about this one interesting thing. There's this thing where it's like a triangle, and there's 3 things you gotta do in order to solve a problem as a player. on the field or off the field.
Yeah.
Like one of them is skill, focus, and structure. Skill, focus, and trust and structure. And if one of these are out, then it won't happen for you, right? So, and there's stuff like how if someone was frustrated on the field that he didn't like a call from the ref, he'll argue with the ref and get a yellow card or something.
Yeah.
It's those kind of things.
Yeah,
He didn't have the full 3 things in his head at that time.
Right, yeah.
Like the structure part was missing.
Yeah.
That's why he got sent off.
Yeah.
So he had to remind him, like, you got to get these 3 things. If you're frustrated, then you got to do something else too.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So he had all these kind of like techniques and ways to talk to the players.
Bring back to the moment, eh?
Bring back to the moment. Make sure that, you know, are their personal lives all right? That kind of stuff. So it doesn't affect the game. But one thing he did, every time they have to go on the team bus, he'll always be the first one there on the bus and sit at the back, and he'll just observe how the players come on the bus and sit down.
Just see their energy and stuff.
Yeah, and from then he can tell, okay, who needs, is there something going on with this player?
Posture and stuff yeah.
And he'll know, and he'll go talk to them, have a chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's probably a similar sort of thing.
Mm.
Probably just from a Christian view, where that would be similar sort of principles.
Mm.
Yeah. But now I've heard a lot of good stuff about him and
Yeah.
the book. Have you ever read?
So he's got a book now. I haven't read it.
I don't think it's his book, but he just features in it.
Oh, okay.
That he played a big role in terms of helping the All Blacks win the second World Cup.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, James Curry, Legacy. It's a good book. Yeah. But it's probably a bit different because, you know, we've been losing lately. So it was around that time. Yeah, so the context is on that. Because we haven't been dominant lately, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Gilbert Enoka. Yeah.
Gilbert Enoka, yeah. So I think the book, he did feature in that book, but I think he's written his own book.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And I think that's why he had to talk.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about his book.
Yeah.
So that might be another one on your list on Audible.
Oh, yeah. No, I've seen it. I think it's called Unstoppable.
Yeah, that's the
That's
the one.
Yeah. I've seen it on my thing.
Yeah.
Because I've listened to a few mental health, what's it called? Performance coaches. Yes. There's David Neath. I had him on my podcast. He was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And a few American guys. There's the guy, I think he's like part island, Justin Sua.
Oh.
He does a lot of stuff in the States. He's got some good stuff out there as well. So I think most professional teams are starting to get a guy like that. They just, you know the importance of making sure their players are like happy on and off the field.
Yeah. And there's a guy we know, that trained Dwayne Wade and Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Glover, eh?
Yeah.
Tim Glover?
Tim Glover, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So it's just good to...
Are you a cleaner or are you...
Yeah. So yeah, I try to be that I want to try to be that for guys as well, you know, to help them. Just support them in their... Because, you know, like a lot of normal people don't believe or, you know, be someone who believes with them. Because it can be lonely, eh?
Yeah.
It can be lonely, so that would be cool.
So what's the next step, do you think, to pursue that career?
I think probably getting into a high school first, and then I noticed like if you wait it out, you get into it. You know what I mean? Like, so when I went to Avondale, I think, what did I do? I volunteered for a team, and then like over time I ended up getting the job I wanted.
Right.
So and then I noticed other staff, like there'll be a normal teacher, then they might become a dean, and then become deputy principal. You know, if you're around and you express your thing of interest, providing that politics don't get in the way, you should be able to, and you do your job well, you should be able to get there.
Right.
So I guess that'll be trying to get into high school, and then, you know, get involved with stuff, show some results, show interest. Maybe that's oversimplifying things, but that's what I'm thinking. You know, and then when a position comes up, it's like, oh yeah, I'm keen, and then hopefully, you know, you've done a good body of work, you've proven yourself. And then I like the school because you got 5 years with them. You know, you got from year 9 to 13, and then Still got your holidays. You know, it's good hours. It's good hours. So good lifestyle. You don't want to burn yourself out.
Yeah.
You know, so you're still making a difference, but then you're also looking after your own welfare, as well.
I remember the last time you came on the podcast 2 years ago.
Yeah. Things change, eh?
Things change.
Yeah.
But you were talking about your time at Emmerdale College, and the guys you were working with, they took over the first 15.
Yeah.
But they instilled a lot of 1A
Yeah, they're good.
styles.
Yeah.
Like dress up when you go.
Yeah.
Like act more professional. Like, you know, like instilling some of these, I don't know what you call it, but these cultures of professional rugby team, like how to act in.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference, eh? Like,
it does. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to those guys, Dom and what's his name? Mr. Buchanan. Yeah, these guys are still doing good work with the rugby and with the first 15. Yeah. It takes time, eh? It takes time, and because of the whole group, it's new to them. So you got to sort of wait your time till they're gone and they do it with the fresh guys.
Yeah.
So they have it for longer.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a bit of a process, eh? Of indoctrinating them. Right, like, I got some crazy stuff, man, like, I thought it'd be good to share, like, with my kids. So, at school, there's this, like, reading program. So it's, like, AI generated. So you could write, like cAMz, be a writer, podcaster, do it for a living, whatever. It eventually takes over my career. And then it'll generate a story around it.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And it coming to life. And then we'll have, like, questions and comprehension around it. So, like, what I did with my kids is, like, I called it the Splash Sisters, Aaron Smart from West Auckland, with the WNBA, and, you know, and then it spits out the story of, like, growing up West Auckland, playing in the high school, and then getting selected, and then they make the WNBA and stuff. So, like, that's what you got to put in your kids. Like, you got to brainwash them into believing, like, they can do it, and seeing pictures.
Right.
And so we made, like, posters in their room of them, like, AI generated of them in, like, college uniforms. And, like, when you see stuff on TV, it's like, so I had the WNBA draft. I was like, see, that could be used. You know, like, you got to help them. Because they're little kids. They're looking at dolls and things like that. So, you know, they're not going to see it on their own. But if you can, like, plant seeds, and then over time they start to grow. And, like, people, that's a bit too hard. You're indoctrinating them. But, like, those parents that say that, they're indoctrinating their kids anyway, whether they know it or not, by the way they talk, the way they believe. Yeah. So I'm just being more intentional.
They're just doing it the negative way. They're just doing the positive way.
Yeah, and then whether you know it or not, we're doing that for our kids.
But, you know
what I mean? I'm just being more proactive with it.
But it also goes to show we haven't learnt from other people who have started off with a dream. Yeah. And made it. You know, like just today I saw, you know how the Moana movie is out and they're promoting it in Australia.
Yeah.
Like The Rock's there. And some of our influencers went over to interview them. And I think it's Javier, you know, the Fijian Tongan guy. Yeah. The funny dude. Like, he talked about, man, 10 years ago I was dreaming about seeing The Rock, talking to him. And I never thought that I'll be here in Australia now talking to The Rock. You know? So, you know, things like that, dream like that, can come true. But you can just got put in the work, and work towards that. And the opportunity, all you're doing is building these opportunities. Yeah. And when you build enough opportunities, you will get there eventually. Yeah. You know, one way or another. Yeah.
It might not happen the way you want, but you'll get there. Yeah. It might be a different road or. Take longer or shorter, but you'll get there.
Yeah, but you're building those roads to get there. Yeah. So, and, you know, there's examples of that everywhere. And we live through these examples, you know, and for people to, like, say, don't do that, don't give their hopes up. It's like, man, how do you know?
Yeah.
Because it happened to people that the same thing. So.
Yeah. But I try to do, like, all that stuff. But it's even if they don't make it, like, it's just about pursuing, you know, and trying to push themselves. Like, even in the garage when I train them, Like one time I put the sound of a crowd
Yeah.
and we're like,
For cheering.
yeah, like you gotta have this, and I'm like saying some people are gonna boo you and like
Oh, yeah.
say bad stuff about
That's
you.
a good one.
Some people gonna cheer for you, and then another one is like when they get negative, I always tell them like stop, like come here, and I hold their hands
Mm.
and I like close your eyes, and they just like start cracking up, and I always like get them to say like, you know, I can do this. I believe in myself. Like all this cheesy stuff, but you got to speak those things to life.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, this is too hard, Dad. And I'm like, no, I don't like the way you're talking. Come here, you know. And then they're like, you know, they start laughing and stuff. And I'm like, I'm great. I got this. I put in the work. You know, nothing, you know, if I work hard, I can do anything. And then we carry on, you know.
Mm.
But it's a bit of a battle. It's a lot of work. But, you know, as we all know, it all starts in the mind, having that belief. And then I call my kids champs and stuff, you know, like let's go champ, like try to speak life into them. Believe in your kids, like not like, oh no, my kid can't do it, you know.
You're right.
Yeah, like it's like, oh no, they don't quite have it. It's like, well, why not? If you don't believe in them, they're gonna believe in themselves, like, you know.
I'm thinking about what you said.
All these things.
I'm thinking about what you said before, like how when we were kids, these things happen naturally. It's just like every day, organic.
Yeah.
And we turned out the way we are.
Yeah.
But you're right. Kids these days, they don't get it.
No.
So we got to put it on them.
We got to create
We
it.
got to create it.
Yeah. You don't go play at the courts like street ball for 2 hours. And, you know, it doesn't happen that much anymore, you know?
You don't get into arguments with strangers.
Yeah. You know, some random swearing at you or something at the park. And stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And like, I feel like kids, they're not that busy, like, because quite a few parents will be like, oh, isn't that being a bit too hard? And like, they need a rest. And I'm like they're little kid, they didn't do anything. I make their food. We help them shower. Like you know, we drive them to school.
Basically, is all they need.
Yeah, they can train for like 30, 40 minutes.
Mm.
You know, it's not that hard. Like when you're adult, then you need a rest. You got to respond. You're paying bills. You're like, you know, doing all these things. But little kids, I think when they get to teens, that's when it's hard because that's when it's serious. You know, like if you're playing first 15 or prems basketball or whatever, that's when you got to manage your. But when they're little kids, like they're all right. They can handle it. You know, they run all day, play all day. You know.
I've been giving hints to my boy, like, why don't you try to make the first 15, man? Just try. And nah, it's too much work. These guys are serious. It's like, man, that's where you're supposed to be, man. But when you said that, I was thinking, you know what? A school like Auckland Grammar, if you're in the first 15, you must be serious.
Yeah.
They don't play around, Like, they'll drop you if your attitude's not. They don't care how talented you are. Yeah. Sort of thing. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of like kids like that are mad talented. Like I saw they were at athletics. Was it last year or this year? And like they're good, but they held themselves back and didn't win. And I'm like, I don't get it, They could have won. Or like placed better. And they just don't want to stand up. So that's
attitude, right?
There's this thing of like they don't want to be seen as hard out.
What?
That's a New Zealand thing. Because I don't get it, because I was born in Aussie. We were always hard out. And you want to win everything. You know, and these kids, they're good, man. Like they're actually really good. And they hold themselves back. Not all of them, some of them are hard out. But
so it's more of an image.
Yeah, image thing, yeah. They don't want to be seen as straining or like their facials. So they sort of cruise and then they come third or whatever when they could have won. Not all of them, obviously there's some that.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot at the top who are really good, and then there's heaps that are like, there's a big gap because they just don't want to be seen as hard out. And they mock you, like kids, they go, oh, what a hard out guy or hard out girl. Like, that, you know, that nonchalant thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that annoys me. So if I have a team, they're going to be called the hard outs. Because, you know, like they don't want to be seen as sweating or like exerting themselves too much. You know, because I was at the disco station and like hardly any kids like really like went like, like, you know, you know, they were just no expression, no, because they don't want to be, I don't get to say. So if you're a parent out there, teach your kids to go hard, man. Like, do your best. You don't have to win, just do your best.
If
like,
screaming makes you win, gotta scream, man.
Try hard, like everything, you know. Be a hard out, like.
And if you have to shout to make you win, you got to shout.
We used to, yeah, so it annoys me, eh?
Well, I was talking to my boy
Just do
about.
your best, like, you know.
I was talking to my boy about the rugby thing because Grammar's in the news for banning a social media guy videoing their games and putting it on social media.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all around the whole why Sky TV is not allowed to televise the 1A.
Yeah.
And I asked my boy about it, and he was like saying, "Fuck, you know what? We don't even care." Because I told him because then when I read the article in the paper, it said, "Oh, your principal reckons that if a kid's on national TV and he drops the ball, he's going to be shamed, mental health issues,
Yeah.
and all that." And when I told him that, he goes, "Man, we don't care. Like, we just want to be on TV, like get the opportunity,
Yeah.
to show our skills and that. Like everyone drops the ball,
Yeah.
like you would only get it if you dropped the ball and then you lost the game on that last." You probably copped it, but
Yeah.
every team has done that. So what's the problem?
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm not sure where that. Like, I feel like my first thoughts is that it is too much pressure. Like, just let them play, be competitive, and then
Because there'll be a thing when they show off because they're on TV, or
just because of social media and that, like, people post stuff.
so would affect their mental health. You reckon?
I think so. Yeah. So I think it's been a good just for the Auckland because I know they play some of the Wellington games, eh? And the South Island games. Yeah.
You know what? The rest of the New Zealand, they don't. They accept it.
Yes, because Auckland's a little bit weird because we're more social, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of getting exposure for these kids, like that must be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously some kids are alright with it, and then obviously some are not, like making errors and then being pointed out, or I'm for it, but I understand how some kids and parents don't like it. I can understand both sides.
I think
there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
especially for high school.
But
guy.
because I think of it's good to pursue. And if you're going to make it, you're going to cop it. But I guess they're still young though, eh? So it's a tough one.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a tough one.
When I think about American sports and think about how they televise the college games, that's different because at least those kids are university age.
But even their high school, there's a lot of pressure.
Older.
They get rankings and stuff.
Yeah, all Americans and all that kind of stuff.
So like...
Yeah. But it's only the elites that get televised, eh? Like
they get like way more pressure.
The McDonald's All-Star Game.
I don't know the numbers on their stats and how, in terms of how they stand it. But there's more pressure on those kids in general. Like to do well. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure the answer.
Well, a lot of the pressure for these kids is trying to make it out of the where they live. Like that's way out of the of the projects or the ghetto. What they say.
Because I think a lot of those guys, their parents are like, well, if you can't handle it, like, you shouldn't be making it, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
We don't have that mentality here.
It was do or die for some of these kids.
Yeah. So they're like, that's good. You got the exposure. Like you're getting seen for college, or it's a tough one though. I guess if you're like more of a social player, it can be like, oh, I don't want that. But if you're serious, then and you want to make it, that's just gonna come with the territory, eh?
But it comes with territory, the social media.
Yeah.
Bullying.
But you're still in high school, eh? So it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, yeah.
And I guess it's for the decision makers in the Auckland comp to ban the Sky TV. It's do they think it's better for these kids not to be exposed? Is it up to them, or is it up to the kid, or is it getting the opportunities away from these kids?
It's probably better overall, I think, with what's going on, eh? To not televise it, because all the games will be filmed anyway by their own schools, and then it's up to them if they want to let the kids cut up stuff for their CVs or make highlight films and stuff. But that would be more just personal, eh?
It'd be more personal.
Yeah. Whereas if it's on Sky, you can cut anything up, eh?
But I think also
and create.
It's good for the game of rugby union as a whole, because if you see, man, some of these games, like the rivalry between King's College and Auckland Grammar. Who was Meg's biggest rival?
I think Grammar will be it. Yeah, Grammar.
Yeah. So the tribalism you see of the kids. They come down, they
Yeah.
paint themselves, and they have their chants and all that.
Yeah.
Like you never see that with NPC or professional in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
country, but you see it in these school games, especially the 1A comp. And like to see that, and if you're like if that was your old school, the old boys and all that, man, there's a pride there, right? There's like a thing that makes you get sucked into this thing because it's your school, it's your old
Yeah.
school. And I think it's that thing that rugby union is missing in this
Yeah.
country. Professionally, NPC, you got it in NRL
Yeah.
because it's trouble in NRL in Australia. They're all mad about their teams, and it filters down with the Warriors. That's why the Warriors fans are like that.
Yeah.
Auckland FC is the same, like with soccer and that, with football around the world. You got that tribalism.
Yeah.
Like I think it's lost when it comes to Auckland Rugby Union. You see it in Christchurch, you see it in Hamilton with the Chiefs and that, but you don't really see it with the Blues. Even if the Blues win or lose,
Yeah.
the crowd's not there really.
Yeah, I want to watch. I've been watching some of the St. Paul's first 15. It's been pretty cool, like because our nephew's playing halfback, and it's cool to go watch kids play sports. I love it. See, I went and watched the Prem's basketball mags, and then I watched about 4 of his games, and watched one of my my good friends. His son plays for Waitemata under 10s. Went and watched his game, and it's cool watching kids sports. But the high school stuff is pretty cool. Like they played cAMz yesterday. We went and watched. It was a nice, beautiful, sunny day. Families are out and that. But I didn't even realize the cAMz tradition. They have that guy play the bagpipes
Oh yeah.
at the front. That's cool, man. I think like all those traditions, cultures. I was like, wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
Each school should have their own little, and even the players get kept and stuff like that. That's cool.
Even if they capture all that stuff on social media, like
That's
that will,
mean.
that's
Yeah.
mean. It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It makes you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's cool. Man. It's good. It's I enjoy going down to watch the first 15 games. It's pretty cool vibe. For friends and family and old boys, and it's cool, man. Sports stuff. But even going to the Mags game, it's good. Like even when the matchup's closer, because the house boys come down to Mags.
Yeah.
And then, it's pretty cool. It's good fun. The banter and stuff like that. So now college sports are fun. College sports, it's good to be amongst it.
I'm amongst it every Saturday, and traffic man is doing my head in.
Yeah.
I'm glad that his games are like early, like the first game.
What time do you play?
9:15 games.
Okay, yeah.
So you don't get any morning traffic, but coming back, man, it's a mission. Especially if we have to go out far to the games, away games.
Yeah.
Like we went to Howick College. I haven't been there before. That was far, man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
9 something,
9:15.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. But I enjoy it, because I know some parents that don't like going to the games and sports and stuff. It's like, this is fun, man. See the kids run around and with their friends and stuff, because it's a unique time, because they're going to be like us one day, working and stuff, So it's enjoy that time while they're free and they've got their joy,
Damn.
If they're friends and playing sports,
Again, if someone told me that when I was young, I would have delayed my working life.
Yeah, well, because once you're working, that's it.
Yes.
Until you die.
Some of these athletes, when they retire, 30 something, they go work.
Yeah.
Like they start their working life in the 30s. Man.
Yeah. That's a good delay,
That's a good delay, man.
And they are ahead as well. I guess financially they are. But thanks for the time.
Nah, man. Thanks for having me,
catch
man.
up. Yeah,
always good to have you, man.
Yeah. It was it's good. Miss today. Yeah. Thanks for having us on, and appreciate the time, and been good fun,
No worries. Always good to have you. See you next time, bro. Okay, fat.
West, y'all.